Hello and good evening. Wait, I'm not centered. I can't have that. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can be off center because it's another fever stream today. Basically, it's time to do whatever I feel like doing that's either just stupid. Yeah, I guess it's just that. I should actually think about making some intros to that. Okay, I can give a better intro. Welcome to another fever stream night where we do something weird, wacky, or whatever just pops into my head. And today, I was scrolling through Twitter, actually, which I've been doing more recently. I don't know if that's good for my mental health or not, but I have been. But I saw something that I thought it would be funny and a little bit dumb to just stream. So here we are at another Fever Stream Friday, the best kind of Fridays. Hey, how's it going, Goblin Corn? Just in time for the big reveal, because I'm gonna hop over to the next OBS scene, and you can see what we're doing today. I was gonna babble on, but I kind of really want to get into it. It's gonna be a chair simulator. Oh my god, how'd you know? Yeah, it's how long can I just sit and say nothing for? I could probably do that for quite a long time. I'm pretty good at that because I can just literally just think to myself and entertain myself in my mind. Basically, it's just daydreaming. Okay, it's time to find out what it is, because I don't know if anyone can guess it, because, I mean, I guess it is in my interest, so. Have I talked about this interest on stream? Well, regardless, it's time to just jump into the topic of today's fever stream. Whee! That's right. It's time to take out your Ontario Reptile and Amphibian Atlas, because we're looking at Ontario's 47 reptile and amphibian species. Look at this. Look at this big, beautiful picture of this guy. What a handsome little turtle he is. You can see all the... Are those scales or a beak? I'm not really too sure, to be honest, but like, turtles are great. How could you not want to know more about reptiles, especially the reptiles in Ontario? Did people know that there are reptiles in Ontario? Because Ontario has quite a lot of reptiles. I caught a lot of them growing up, like salamanders. Well, that's an amphibian, but like, reptiles are just fun. Turtles are great. Who dislikes turtles? I mean, look at this inviting face. Kind of looks like Godzilla, actually. I wonder if they based Godzilla off of a turtle a little bit, because he looks looking pretty kaiju-ish. But anyways, let's get in and read about Ontario reptiles and amphibians. Aren't we all curious? Oh yeah, we should get the acknowledgements out of the way first. So we acknowledge that community science observations included in this publication are from the traditional territories of diverse First Nations and Indigenous peoples across the region that is now called Ontario. Historical and ongoing Indigenous stewardship of these lands has been essential to the conservation of biodiversity on Ontario. They're spitting facts, actually. That's true. That's true. Okay, we acknowledge that relationship with the observations of reptiles and amphibians existed long before written records, including through ceremony and knowledge sharing. We recognize that this publication offers a limited, culturally specific perspective about our understanding of reptiles and amphibians in the province, and that we have many steps to take to including diverse perspectives into our work moving forward. Well, this is 2009 to 2019, so it is pretty outdated. So who knows what the next one will bring forth. But anyways, look at all these frog species. We have the American toad, the Fowler's toad, the gray tree frog. I didn't even know we had a tree frog in Ontario. What the heck? That's news to me too. An American bullfrog, green frog, pickerel frog, like the fish, northern leopard frog, the mink frog, the wood frog, the spring peeper. It's just a spring peeper. Boreal chorus frog, western chorus frog. Wow. I guess Boreal is just like in the forest, Boreal forest. Oh, here we go. I love salamanders. Salamanders are the best. I can't wait to get to the salamander. Also, I didn't know we had mud puppies in Canada. That's fun to know. Is there a skink? Wait, a skink isn't a salamander. I'm pretty sure a skink is a lizard. But like, we have quite a lot of salamanders here. The northern two-line salamander and the four-toed salamander. Do salamanders not have four toes normally? But look at this beautiful frog on the left. Man, frogs are the best. I love frogs. They're just goofy little guys that just ribbit. Just in the summer, hearing frogs croak and trying to catch them. I was so sad because lately I haven't been seeing much frogs in the wild lately when I go on trails. Because I really like just going on trails and taking pictures of any animal I can see. Just grab my, like, well, what brand is my camera? My Nikon DSLR. Take animal pictures with my photo lens. It's a great chill time. I love walking on trails. Man, it's winter now though, so I'm not leaving the house. Your mom called. Tell her about the mink frog. It's important. Tell her you can find it in Ontario. Ooh, oh, and ooh, the red-eared slider, non-native species. Introduction to non-native reptiles and amphibians in Ontario. Ooh, those are the invasive species, probably. Wait, extirpated and unconfirmed species. Ooh, mystery? Eastern tiger salamander. I didn't know those could be around here. Cope's gray tree frog. Box turtle. Interesting. Oh, look at all these skinks and snakes. Wait, are skinks closer to snakes than lizards? Or are they just... Or the lizards just kind of, just thrown in with the snakes? The milk snake. Oh, I've seen a milk snake before. They're crazy. Also, we have more turtles than I thought. Oh, I love painted turtles. Painted turtles are they're so adorable. And their patterns are so just, well, I guess it's in the name. They're painterly. And the wood turtle. That's a funny turtle, too. Okay, let's go. Here we go. The introduction to reptiles and amphibians in Ontario and atlasing. Oh. Actually, I don't know much about atlasing. I should probably know more about atlasing than I actually know about atlasing, but like, who's got time to learn about atlasing? It's time for the silly turtles. It really is. Actually, when are the turtles? I think frogs are first. Yeah, for the frogs and the turtles are like near the end. Oh, the turtles are the end actually. Well, besides the invasive species, but like we don't count those. I mean, I'm still gonna look at them, but it's time. So here we go. Introduction to Ontario's reptiles and amphibians. At time of print, there are 47 species of reptiles and amphibians in Ontario, including 15 snakes. Honestly, I thought there'd be more snakes. 8 turtles, 1 lizard, 11 salamanders. Wow, we have a lot of salamanders. 10 frogs, and 2 toads. Wait, 2 toads? Wow. Interesting. Didn't even read that it said and amphibians. Yeah, the poor amphibians just got bunched together with the reptiles. But like, I love amphibians, so here we go. 2 toads and they are friends. They are friends. There are also our friends, because how can you hate on a toad? Actually, I had a friend who was a toad. I might have said this before. I just couldn't believe that they were afraid of toads. I couldn't physically like or mentally just understand that someone could be afraid of a toad when I was like 5. So when I found a toad, I like showed them and they like started to cry. I'm like, how can you be scared? I don't get it. Look at it. And then they're just like, it wasn't, I felt bad. But like, a toad. Hey, how's it going, random guy Woomy? Clone drone in the danger zone. Did you know that of these 47 species of amphibians and reptiles, 55% are listed as species at risk under federal legislation? Oh my, okay, well, that is pertinent information, I'll give it that. And wildlife conservation, very important, and support efforts to just help your local ecology. Did you know we know more about space than our own ocean? Yeah, our ocean's messed. That, like... Man, we don't even know what's under there. We can't even get cameras to look under there. It's terrifying. We don't know what kind of eldritch horrors live beneath the surface. But we do know what reptiles and amphibians live in Ontario, for the most part. There's probably hidden reptiles that we don't know. Okay, where was I now? Oh yeah, species are at risk. Oh, Well, that's a little depressing. This is largely due to human-caused threats, such as habitat loss and fragmentation, road mortality, environmental contamination, and poaching. Oh gosh, skill issue. It's a skill issue on us just keeping them alive, to be honest. To prevent the ongoing decline of reptiles and amphibians, understanding the extent of their distribution across the province as well as their ecology is essential. While concerted efforts have been made to collect this information over the past 40 years. Oh wow, this is 40 years worth of information in this atlas. Good, not God, unless they start a church and then they do get a god. Oh, I'd go to Reptile and Amphibian God Church. Yeah, I think that'd be a fun time because you also get to see a bunch of reptiles and amphibians. Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, a game where you play as a human upload into a robot brain, fighting through the waves of Robot Gladiator style. Wait, that sounds fun. Also, that kind of sounds like it could kind of be the premise for the Splatoon 3 DLC. Like the side order, which could be funny if that's what happens, because when you die, that the human dies, then you restart as a new human. Wait, that actually sounds fun. It's like a roguelite, but you just restart. What was that one kung fu game? Sifu did that, I think. I actually don't remember. I think you actually just got older every time you died. Okay, well, here we go. Determining where reptile and amphibian species occur in Ontario first requires an understanding of the history of glacial retreat from the province. Wait, what? I wasn't expecting the glacial retreat from the province. Just 20,000 years ago, all of Ontario was covered by glaciers. I didn't know that. And no reptiles and amphibians lived on that landscape. That makes sense. Most reptiles I don't think like the cold. Well, maybe. I don't know. Are there reptiles that live in the Arctic? Let me think. Just thought of Arctic Iguana from Ben 10. That's not it. Love casually turning his homework into content. Oh, you know it. I mean, I wish this was my homework. I'm just doing this because I just want to look at pictures of lizards. And it's $20 on Switch. Hey, wait, that's pretty good. If there's a lot of replay value, you could more than make up $20 worth. Wait. So, the advance of the glaciers wiped out northern populations of species, including in Ontario, almost all of Canada, and the northern United States. The Ice Age, am I right? This led to a lower diversity of plants and animals in the glaciated northern areas of the continent, compared with higher diversity in the unglaciated southern areas of the continent. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay, there's oh wow, okay, maybe I can skip this and just get to the like reptiles. I mean, glacier retreat is a fascinating topic, but do we need to look at glacier retreat? Especially just blocks so you don't think you'd lose out graphically. Ooh, wait, now I'm intrigued at this art style. Is it gay if you get paid? I mean, money's pretty gay, so that speaks for itself. Only gotten past chapter 2 and you've died a lot on normal, but it's really fun. Wait, that's all that matters if it's really fun. Or is money the opposite of gay? I haven't really considered the orientation of money, to be honest. There's an endless amount of challenges. Nice. Areas provided. I'm just gonna skim through. Anything interesting in this glacier stuff? It's true the glaciers ended and the topography of Ontario was revealed. Each species present in the province today shows a different pattern of descendants from these early populations. Interesting. The ecology of reptiles, amphibians, and the eco-regions they inhabit are other important factors influencing the distribution of these species in the province. Okay. Money is green, green is weed, money is weed. Boom, you figured it out. There's the big brain plays. Loaf would know why I have these facts. You can speak for money. Yes, I believe you. It's because you just have all the money, so you speak for the money. Which, I guess if you speak for the money, you inadvertently speak to the tree. So if it all comes together, you're the Lorax. The biggest plot twist. The Lorax is a capitalist. Reptiles and amphibians are ectotherms, which mean they rely on external heat sources to control their internal temperature. That's on the quiz. Write that down. I'm testing everybody after this. The trees are also gay, by the way. I knew it. It made sense. Set fire to the money, making you high and inflation low. Oh gosh, inflation. Let's not think about inflation, because video game prices in Canada are already too high. For this reason, climate greatly influences the distribution of these animals in Ontario. That makes sense. They do want to go where they can get heat sources. It's what being an ectotherm is all about. Imagine being an ectotherm. Don't you ever ponder about being an ectotherm? Not being able to generate your own heat? Actually, I'd like that. I generate too much heat. Kid named Bike Pump. What? Oh yeah, hold on to the $20 USD. Give you a moment. Are you gonna just do anti-inflation? Because I'm down. Okay, what is going on here? Which means reptile greatly influenced biota. Ooh, I like the word biota. Influence ecosystem processes and the biota of an area. We can skip this and get to the fun lizards, can't we? 27.9 in CAD. Oh no, it's $7. That's a $7 difference. Oh, that did damage to me. Oh my gosh, that did damage. Oh no. Oh, that hurts. That actually hurts. Why does it have to be $7? You ponder being an anemone? That is a good thing to ponder. The thing SpongeBob was watching when Gary... Why? No, not that kind of anemone. That wasn't PG. But I mean, like, they do look like they're living the best life. They don't got much enemies because they are the anemone. That didn't work. I'm gonna take that back. Okay, let's just read this. Ontario Mixedwood Plains. That's probably, they have coniferous and, oh no, what's the other kind of tree? Oh no. Deciduous. Okay, phew. You know, Loaf, you have Game Pass, so personally sound like a skill should be. What? Game Pass someday. Someday I'll get Game Pass. When I get an Xbox. Or like a separate laptop. If I have 2 laptops, I can make one my gaming laptop. That's it. No thoughts, no confrontation, just primal instincts and good eats. And if you're an enemy, you also get just a nice little funny clownfish friend. Just get good. All ideas slide right off the rain. You wouldn't have. Deciduous, decidui. Yeah, that's where decidui comes in. A deciduous eye. Man, I love decidui. My favorite 2 types just put together into an owl. How can that just not be an amazing Pokemon? Ghost owl, grass type. It's just amazing. And he's an archer. They were cooking when they made Decidueye. I love his little hood. Also his orange eyes. I like the color scheme. Okay, what about species distributions? Also different between habitat types, as some species have specific habitat requirements while others are generalists. That checks out. Looks incredibly cursed. How did you get no category for your stream? You can do that. I have no category for my stream? Wait, what? I don't have a category for my stream. I mean, it's in line with Fever Stream Saturday. I didn't know I could do that either. Usually it makes me choose it. Huh? Decidueye the Bond's name, James' name. Wait, should I change that? Okay, maybe I should change that to just chatting. Let me, Oh, wait, maybe I should check if they have, Ontario Reptile and Amphibian Atlas. Let me look that up. Do they have a category for that? No, they do not have a category for that. That's why wouldn't they have a category for that? That's wild. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the most popular topics. Your game crashed. Oh no. Hopefully you weren't far into a run. I did read you there was multiplayer, so that actually is pretty good for a $20 game. Although oh wait, it's actually 7. Like how this the most views have gone all week. It's definitely the no category. You know what? I think it's funnier there's no category. Who cares about visibility? It's for the meme. We all pog for marine biology. Yeah, marine biology is cool, but also reptile biology. That's like herpetology. Is that reptiles? I can't remember. Okay, well, let's just move on because we haven't even got to any of the species yet. I'm just reading about glacials and climate stuff, and I'm too lazy. I've taken environmental science in the past, but like, I don't feel like remembering that. Let's the purpose of this atlas. Oh wait, okay, that's important to know. Let me go over this. Atlas projects are crucial for collecting detailed species occurrence data and can harness the collective skills and efforts of community scientists, researchers, and organizations across large spatial scale, which individual researchers or organizations alone cannot do. Such projects focus efforts by soliciting data collection within specific geographic areas. So all this information was gathered by all those beautiful Ontario wildlife scientists and other people, I guess. Just one tap the supposed most skilled sword robot. Nice. I guess now you're the most skilled sword robot. Do we need to talk about occurrence data plays an important role in reptile and amphibian research and conservation? I mean, it is an important role in reptile and amphibian research conservation, so I guess I talked about it now. Wait a minute. Multiple atlas projects have been conducted in Ontario for these purposes. 2 breeding bird atlas projects have been implemented in Ontario. We can learn about birds? Well, if we can learn about birds, that's tempting. Actually, Ontario has a lot of cool birds, like the red-winged blackbird. Oh man, I love the red-winged blackbird. What a great bird. I know it's just a blackbird that just has a red spot on the wings, but that red spot, well, the difference. It gives it some class. It's great. Oh, the stream's chatting to Loaf Dynamics, the teacher who lets you chill with your phone out. This is, yeah, basically it's whatever you guys feel like doing while I just literally read this, or just be like, look at this reptile guy, but we haven't got to them yet. I want to get to them. Why is there so much stuff? I'm just skipping this. Okay. Oh my gosh. History of reptile amphibian community science in Ontario and the ORAA. I mean, I am slightly curious. Oh, the word herpetologist comes from the Greek root herpeton, meaning creeping animal. The more you know. That's fun. Herpeton. Creeping animal. I can call people herpetons now. Herpeton? Herpeton? I'm gonna call people that, though, now. We can all be herpeton. Creeping animals. Herpetologists search for reptiles and amphibians under rocks and logs. Well, that means I was a herpetologist when I was young, and I still look under rocks sometimes. They say you're not supposed to, though, so I feel bad sometimes, but, like, my impulse, that's my first impulse, be like, what if there's a salamander under that rock? I would absolutely be the one off laser subs to the pops and Phil Nye, let's do whatever you want for the whole period. The funny thing is I have actually taught a class before and have played a Bill Nye thing for that, and it was great. Bill Nye is such a banger of a show. It's iconic. Rocks and logs and other hard to find places those creatures are. This is important for the test later. You knew it. Oh, man. Being just like a random teacher that comes in to teach stuff is great. You have no responsibility for these students. You just gotta tell them neat random facts and then dip, and then have their normal teacher just cry that they didn't learn what they were supposed to, and it's their responsibility. Luckily, I haven't had to teach that much, but like when I've done, it's been fun. I've also taught at a lot of camps. That's you never know what you get teaching at camps. It's random. Okay, here we go. Naturalists have always had interest in the Atlas projects, but historically the focus of these efforts have been on birds and plants. How dare they not focus on the reptiles? I'm glad that these people focused on the reptiles. It's perfect. You're playing as Houston, who's a mine service repair mechanic? Wait, that sounds amazing. We love Houston. Just dedicated mechanic for mine service. The kids ain't gonna snitch either. You think they're gonna throw the chillis dude out under the bus? It's true. They wouldn't. They're not narcs. Aged 37. Dude's just lived and is living his great life just repairing mine cars, or just mines. Favorite color black. Whoa, there's a lot about this guy, but like that's important information right there. His favorite color being black. It says a lot of stuff. It's a representative of his soul. Oh yeah, reptiles and amphibians, collectively called herpetofauna. Wait, what? That's what they're called? I've never came across that word before. The herpetofauna? Herpetofauna? I don't even know how to pronounce that, but we're learning some new stuff. Have been overlooked despite their importance to ecosystem function and their rich cultural historical significance. This book's spitting facts already. Speak. Reptiles and amphibians, they're the best. I love reptiles and amphibians. Some of my favorite animals. In Pokemon, I literally almost always go for the reptile or amphibian starter. There's only been like a few times I haven't, because in Gen 1 I went with Charmander, because how could I not? He's literally a lizard salamander. Gen 2 Totodile, because like he's a crocodile. Gen 3 Trico, because he's a gecko. Geckos are the best. Gen 4 Turtwig, because he's a turtle. I love turtles. Turtles are the best. Gen 5 was Snivy, because I really like Snivy. Although in black 2, or white 2, I had white 2. In white 2, I did use Duat, because I did, well, not Duat, I used Oshawott, but I actually liked Oshawott quite a bit. Not even 1 minute to having the human mind put into a robot, they died. Oh no, we got Robo Skull smashed by a giant hammer. A moment of silence for Houston. Okay, and then in Gen 7, I went with Froakie, because he was a frog. I like frogs. Frogs are like one of my top 10 favorite animals. And then Gen 7, okay. There were no reptiles in Gen 7, but when there's no reptiles, I love birds. So birds, an owl definitely got my attention there. If there's flying reptiles, are just even cooler, and that's what dragons are. So like, yeah, birds are cool. And then Gen 8, I actually had a hard time because while I really liked Sobble, I thought Grookey was really funny, and grass is my favorite type, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go with Grookey because he's a monkey that hits things. So if the concept's funny enough, I'll go with it. Little monkey that whacks things. Literally his evolution's Thwacky, and it's really funny. I like Thwacky. He's just a silly guy. And then Gen 9 was Fuecoco. How could I not go with Fuecoco? He's just Fuecoco. I love little chili pepper alligator crocodile. He's amazing. Now we're playing Steve Dryer, age 47, occupation auctioneer. Favorite color? No. That's a good favorite color. Houston's been indoctrinated to the Church of Megazord, not the Church of Megazords. Did you forget to mention human minds are being harvested by robots and being put into robots and being forced to fight in gladiator tournaments for entertainment? You have, but I like reinforcing this idea because it's pretty important. But wait, I don't know if you mentioned being harvested by the robots to put into the robots though. Wait a minute. I thought they were just doing it because they were like poor and needed the money or something. Oh my. Well, I guess hopefully no herpetologists got thrown into that. Reptiles and amphibians, collectively called herpetofauna, have been overlooked. Yeah, we got that. Written records of reptiles and amphibians date back to at least the 1600s and describe species in Nova Scotia, Quebec, and Ontario. Ooh, we should look at some of those. Many such records were not favorable accounts. Oh, maybe we shouldn't look at those then. For example, in 1669, oh, of course, it's the meme number, one member of the explorer, René Robert Cavelier de la Salle parties, described a rattlesnake found near modern-day Hamilton as a very ugly spectacle. It vibrates its tail rapidly, making it sound like a quantity of melon or gourd seeds shaken in a box. How could they call a rattlesnake ugly? Those things are adorable. Those ingrates. Why am I being so mean to them? This game literally gives you no context. That's the best kind of game though. You just kind of wind up and be like, what's happening? Zero idea what Wumi's talking about and you prefer no context. It's way funnier that way. It's true, especially with a fever stream and talking about robots. It's like, I think it just adds to just whatever's happening right now. You learn all of what I just told you through the commentator of the gladiator arena. And this game's just made out of cubes. This game sounds wild. But how dare they describe, the explorer René Robert Cavelier de la Salle describe a rattlesnake as an ugly spectacle? I see why they've been saying herpetofauna have been overlooked. I'm appalled, absolutely appalled. Binding of Isaac moment. One time when I created a clone, the commenter told you, "Hey human, instead of creating more clones, why don't you create more skill?" He literally just said skill issue. Except you get zero explanation for anything in that game. Man, that's also Dark Souls. You gotta find the lore, and that's so much fun. Which is why I haven't played Dark Souls, because I know I'll just be on a quest trying to figure things out and never stop playing. Wait, why is this text green? Today we are annoyed when there is no information. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I get annoyed when I can't find information about a species in a 10 square kilometer grid. Oh, okay. I mean, maybe less so that, but I would get annoyed if I wanted to know about a specific squirrel I saw. Imagine when Dr. Cook started collecting data on the distribution of reptiles and amphibians, says David Seburn, former Ontario herpetofaunal summary contractor and ORAA steering committee member. That's a title. Seburn recalls a story from Dr. Cook about when he traveled to Alberta in the 1950s and heard something that sounded like a wood frog. At that time, there were no range mappa for amphibians. Mappa? Oh no, that's an S. Okay, that's okay. I was like, oh, they've been animating that long ago? At least in Dark Souls, it tells you that stuff does in time buys. You have to F around, find out for all. Oh my gosh, I keep on forgetting how much items are in the Binding of Isaac. That's so crazy. And then you just gotta remember it. Oh my gosh, if I played that game, I'd literally just forget every time I got a new weapon. And I guess there's Isaac and his mother lived in a small house that's on the hill. But other than that, you're just thrown in. That sounds fun though. Man, I need to play like a JRPG that just throws you in and doesn't tell you anything, but you can just fight things. It's been a while. Maybe. Oh, I do have Elden Ring. No, not during Christmas. I need to play some wholesome Christmas games. I mean, then again, there are campfires you sit in an Elden Ring. That's pretty Christmassy. So, who knows? Yeah, Dr. Cook. He said, then determined if Alberta might have wood frogs. We certainly have come a long way in improving our knowledge of reptiles and amphibian distribution, says Seburn. It's because of the great achievements of these herpetologists that we have a greater understanding of the distribution of amphibians and reptiles in Canada. Thank you, herpetologists. Iconic. The first list of Ontario's reptiles was published by George P. Urey. Pure? George P. George Pierre? Oh no. That's a name, alright. Oh my gosh. That's such an unfortunate name. George P. Oh, why is that so funny to me? There's no reason to memorize all that when you can just install external item descriptions, limit essential games and play without it. Like I want to think that much. True. That's a valid thing. Who wants to think that much? If I tell you what most items do without external item description, oh my gosh, how much have you played? I think you've said how much you played once, and I was like, that's a lot of hours. Or am I thinking about Monster Hunter when I was talking to that with somebody? Oh man, the new Monster Hunter. I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna have to get a PS5 though. I said I'm waiting for the PS5. I'm waiting to get a PS5 until Monster Hunter or a Persona comes out, and well, a Monster Hunter's out. Because I only got a PS4 because Monster Hunter World came out. And, like, I could not play Monster Hunter World. Because Monster Hunter World, it was a great game. I may not have liked it as much as, like, the classic Monster Hunters. But, man, that game was glorious. Oh, what a glorious game. I hated fighting that spider thing, but... oh, it was a fun game. You can tell the difference between anemic and bloody lust. I'm assuming those are abilities in Binding of Isaac, but if it's real life, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Okay, what are they talking about here? On the first list of Ontario's reptiles, it's published by George P. Ure. Oh yeah, George P. George P. Ure. I'm just gonna say Ure or In 1858, oh wow, that's a long time ago, the Handbook of Toronto, containing its climate, geology, natural history, educational institution, courts of, oh wow, okay. George Peer just put a lot in that little book. Student list in 1681 by John Garnier, who noted a decline in rattlesnakes, not the rattlesnakes, Two early Alice efforts for reptiles and amphibians were once led by Dr. George Francis and Craig Campbell in the Waterloo region from 1976 to 1981, and another led by William G. Lemond in Hamilton 1994. What happened to those? Together, these collective efforts provide an important foundation and historical documentation outlining knowledge of these species. Oh, so they helped. Nice. Grew up watching Huts, longtime Isaac YouTuber, In and Out, that probably get mixed up. Too early Alice. Oh, wait. Together, these collective, yeah, they helped, recognizing that early contributions to herpetology in Ontario and Canada are novel document is crucial. Undoubtedly, many underrepresented people play a significant role in increasing the understanding of these species. The pioneers of herpetology in Ontario. Well, we gotta know the pioneers of herpetology in Ontario. We're reading their atlas after all. So, there's 4 herpetologists described below are considered among the most influential in the study of reptiles and amphibians in Ontario, if not Canada. Oh my gosh, are they the big 4? They're the elite 4. The elite 4 of herpetology in Canada / Ontario. That's wild. Boy, this is a blood drop and even an upside down blood drop. What? That's the difference? Oh my gosh. You're gonna remember that in the heat of the moment? Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd just be like, what? Blood drop. Man, that's Pine of Isaac sounds delightfully chaotic. Okay, who's the first of these elite 4 herpetologists? Clyde Patch. Oh wait, that's a cool name. Clyde Patch. He sounds like just a classic book character. He became the first official Canadian herpetologist in 1918. What? Clyde Patch was the first official Canadian herpetologist? Man, he just liked snakes and reptiles and amphibians, and you gotta respect that. What a G. I hope. He might have been horribly racist, I don't know, but I also shouldn't assume that. He conducted the first major herpetological study on reptiles and amphibians at Point Pelee National Park in 1913, over a time span of 3 months. Patch, 1919. Wow. That's probably the book he wrote. The same year, he joined the Geological Survey Museum. Oh, wow. As a chief taxidermist. He was a taxidermist and a herpetologist. Oh, that says a lot about this guy. And occupied the position of curator until 1952. Oh, to be a curator of taxidermy reptiles. Not the life. I love there's an item that looks like a moon and it's called Tiny Planet. Guess what the effect is? Oh, so it's a moon and it looks like a tiny planet. Its effect. Does it make you moon jump? I don't think you can jump in Isaac. It shoots out cheese. Your shots orbit around you instead of straight front. That actually makes sense because you have a gravitational pull and it is a tiny planet. That makes sense actually. The same year he joined geological study, his career during which very limited resources were available to fund fieldwork due to the Great Depression. Oh man, Clyde Patch loved reptiles so much that he just powered through the Great Depression. And 2 world wars was marked with creativity. He kept track of specimens and the distribution of species using a card catalog system. He was introduced to libraries to standardize how books were organized. Each 2x5-inch card contained bibliographic information about an individual book. Man, Clyde Patch seems like just a G. Look, man. Clyde Patch. Clyde Patch is our bro. Tiny Planet sucks if you can't shoot very fast, but they orbit. That sounds funny. One of the few arms that synergize with Mom's knife. It's such a funny word, but also kind of knowing the lore. That's kind of also messed up. Because it's also about encasing yourself in your shots. Interesting. So you can just kind of run into everybody and just bash them. It's introduced to libraries to standardize how books were organized. Oh, like the Dewey Decimal System. Each 2x5-inch card contained bibliographic information about an individual book, author, book, title, and subject. Wow. Museums also use this system to keep records of large numbers and individual species accounts and included details about the species location as well as the observer. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Making a video game about this would be fun. The system provided an important technological innovation and remained in use until online catalogs were developed in the early 1980s. If they made a Legend game and this was the way you could actually do your Pokedex, that'd be a lot of fun. Guess what Dr. Fetus does, Loaf? Take a wild shot. Dr. Fetus. Is it a fetus that just floats around you and heals you? Like a doctor? That sounds like what it does. Tiny plant plus tier effect equals instant win. Oh, including Dr. Fetus. No, that's not what Dr. Fetus does. Your shots turn to bombs. That's what it does. Why does Dr. Fetus turn your shots into bombs? Isn't he a doctor? Why? Guess he likes blowing things up more. Oh, wait. The next person is someone named Evie Shelley Logier, who worked at the Royal Museum, Ontario Museum as an artist and herpetologist from 1920s and 1961. In 1938, when Logier's book, The Reptiles of Ontario, was published, Ontario became the first province to have a published account of reptile distributions. Man, love Shelley Logier. They're the best. Logier and George Tonin created dot distribution maps of all known reptile and amphibian distributions in Canada, and the first checklist with range maps for reptiles and amphibians in Canada. Man, honestly, I like reading about these people. They did some cool stuff. Dr. Fetus, the one from Super Meat Boy. Wait, what? Isaac is connected to Meat Boy? How did I not know that? It's canonically a war criminal? Okay. Okay, that checks out then. I just didn't know the lores. I just didn't know the lore. So, Dr. Fetus is a war criminal. I love that lore. It's like how Omochow is is literally wanted for medical malpractice now from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's important. Ontario, Logie and George Toner created. Oh yeah, we got this. J. Sherman Bleakney, who succeeded Clyde Patch as the curator herpetologist at the Canadian Museum of Nature in September 1952, completed the first PhD dissertation on herpetology in Canada in 1956. Good old Bleakney. In 1958, he published a zoogeographical study of the amphibians and reptiles of eastern Canada. Bleakney not only investigated the distribution of reptiles and amphibians in eastern Canada, but also related the distribution patterns to past glacial activity. So he was the glacier guy. That was the glacier guy. Yeah, both games are made by the same guy. How did I not know that? Thinking on it, they kind of do have a similar art style too. Just instead of meat, it's like, I mean, Isaac is still technically just a sack of meat, but like not the same sack of meat. Well, they do have the similar vibe of art style. How did I never put two and two together? That's wild. Man, I really want to play Super Meat Boy. It looks crazy, and I like just trying and trying again when it comes to really hard levels until I do it. But it's terrifying. Instead of meat, man, it's it's coughing baby or crying baby, actually, literally. It's related to distribution. Oh yeah, we just learned that Bleakney's the glacial guy. Good old glacial guy. We know glacial retreat's important for reptiles. We learned that briefly. We didn't go over in detail, but we learned that. Francis R. Cook started his career as a student field assistant to Bleakney. Oh wow, we're getting lore. Francis R. Cook. Is he succeeding? Oh yeah, he succeeded Bleakney as the curator herpetologist at the Canadian Museum of Nature. I wonder if there's a new curator to the... Wait, what was it called again? The herpetologist to the Canadian Museum of Nature. I wonder who the current one is. We don't need to know. Probably knew this, but Isaac's a Twitch emote. Okay, I was pretty sure that was Isaac, but I also didn't want to guess that. But so thank goodness it's Isaac. I wasn't going crazy. And when the patient woke up, his skeleton was missing. Anyways, that's how I lost my medical license. Medical operating on heavy. Oh, I love the Team 4. No, just gonna say Team 4-star instead of Team Fortress. Why do I always get those two just interchangeably mixed up? Medical operating on heavy, while heavy has an entire stomach ripped open, all internal organs exposed, trying to give heavy invincibility. Man, I've never... Wait, no, I've played actually like a few I've played like exactly 4 matches of Team Fortress 2, actually. It was fun. But I remember watching all the cutscenes just at lunch on a computer during like school. It was great. Okay, but what did Cook publish? He published an introduction to Canadian amphibians and reptiles in 1984. His wife, Joyce, Crosby Cook prepared the distribution maps that was the first in-depth book on reptiles and amphibians in Canada. Wow, power couple. Look at that. Chat one. What is bro playing? I mean, random guy Woomy is playing a crazy kind of roguelike game where you're stuck, where you're just a human stuck in a robot body and you have to fight for robots' amusements. I'm pretty sure that's what I've gathered. But I'm playing the Atlas of Ontario's reptiles and amphibians, because why not? Aren't reptiles the best? Heavy's heart was exploded because it couldn't handle the voltage of the Ubercharge, so it was replaced by a mega baboon heart. Oh man. The lore of Team Fortress 2 is wild. Isn't the medic like canon friends with Satan? Or was he just like he screwed over Satan? I can't remember. There's a few things that happened. I think he actually like screwed over Satan. Whoa, it's an old article. Birders asked to help start Atlas of Reptiles and Amphibians. Thanks, Birders. A herpetofaunal atlas made sense because of the limited awareness of the distribution of roughly 50 reptile and amphibian species on Ontario, says Michael Oldham. Oldham. He's just an old ham. Okay, here we go. We learned about the Elite Four. Who were the Elite Four again? Yuri. Okay, who were they again? Clyde Patch, there we go. We can't forget Clyde Patch. Clyde Patch is the best. He's just MVP. Shelley Logier, also MVP. Sherman Bleakley, and our Francis R. Cook. Those are the Elite Four of Ontario Herpetology. Yeah, we're playing Herpetology, that's it. Why starting the wing cap area so hard to get, but it's easier. It wasn't using KB. Oh, in Mario 64. Hey, you're still continuing it. Man, yeah, for some reason when I played the wing cap level, like when All-Stars came out, I was not good at controlling the wing cap. I remember doing it very well in Mario 64 DS, but when I played the original one, I was like so bad at controlling it. It took so long to get used to. So the medic tricked Satan by saying he extracted the souls of all his teammates and tied them to himself, so the devil would have to claim every soul in order to keep him in hell. So he did literally con Satan. Roblox moment. Oof. That's the only thing I know about Roblox, actually. It's just the oof sound effect. And that, like, you can do almost anything in Roblox. Here we go. Where was I? Early Alice efforts in Ontario. We don't have to go through that. The first Ontario Brooding Bird Alice project was winding down. Naturals were seeking their next Alice project. Oh, so they're like reptiles. Oh, I love Mario 64 DS. Mainly because, like, I just liked playing as Yoshi. Yoshi was fun. All the mercenaries from Team Fortress 2 were almost dead. They all met God in heaven. Medic was the only one that saw Satan now. That's so funny. What did bro do? Bro did a lot. That's where we found out that Skittles kinetically got the gift to women. Hey, our man. Our man. Oh, Team Fortress 2 is just delightfully cartoony. Okay, you know what? I think we got the gist of this. We learned about the Elite Four herpetologists. We can just move on. Whoa, Citizen Science Goes Mobile. Wow. Wait, what is this? Oh no, it's just continuing. Oh, this is the Atlas we're reading. Who did this? With the initial success of the EOHA, Crowley began working to expand the Atlas to provide scale, knowing how limited the knowledge was of these species distribution through the most of Ontario despite previous efforts. Okay, yeah. Good old Crowley. Thank Crowley. Caught himself said it and was baffled when he found out that he's still a virgin at 22. Good old Scout. He's nerfing himself. Since the days of Clyde Patch, several major changes have occurred in reptile and amphibian atlasing in Ontario. Two of the major changes in the 1980s were the wide adoption of a new metric coordinate system, oh my goodness, UTM system, and the accessibility of handheld global positioning systems. These technologies greatly improved the ability to accurately map the location of the sightings, and Another improvement is in assessing the quality of data and verifying records with the use of digital cameras and smartphone. Okay, yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Yeah, and Scout's real name is Jeremy. His real name is Jeremy? That's so funny. God sent to Scout while Scout was leaving. See you in 1987. I wonder what happened to someone named Jeremy on 87. Wait, what happened to a Jeremy on 1987? I don't know. Famous Jeremys. Why can't I think of a famous Jeremy? I don't know any famous Jeremys. A certain bite. Certain bite. Did Jeremy bite somebody? Oh no. Was Jeremy a rattlesnake in Ontario? Biting Clyde Patch, the herpetologist? No, the bite of 87 from FNAF. I don't know much about FNAF lore, except that William Afton really likes stuffing children into, just... Why can't I remember what the... Animatronics, there we go, there we go. Dude loved it. It was his favorite pastime. Just saw a child and like, that child could fit an animatronic. Or he made an animatronic and like, that animatronic can fit so much children in it. So much souls. That's that might literally not be what FNAF's about, but that's how I remember it. Methods. Do we need to know about data collection methods? I mean, if we're being responsible, we read about the data collection methods and the data verification, and then just keep that in mind while we just look at all the data, but we're just here to see some funny animals that live in Ontario. Species account phenology histograms. Oh, what are these? Okay, now I'm interested. For phenology histograms, we included only observations that indicated the day, month, and year. For most histograms, we assign the day of the year to each observation and plot the number of observations by the week of the year for each species. Ah, cool. Immediately skip. Range maps, species account atlas trends. We don't need to know this. It's a funny reference, but the victim was a child. Sco's definitely not a child in 1987. Unless his child was named Jeremy Jr. Species accounts. Oh, here we go. Look at this beautiful salamander. It's a whoa, what am I doing here? I didn't know I could do that. What the? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, let me just stop clicking here. Ah! Well, look at this salamander. It's adorable. Oh wait, my head's literally covering it. There we go. Wait, let me move. There we go. Look at that salamander there. It's adorable. The furthest Team Fortress 2 takes place is 1972. That was God's gift to Earth. Oh, so we can't... So, we have no idea what happens in 1987. Scouts was God's gift to Earth and could pull anyone without trying. Still needed help from Spy to get women. Also, is that... Wait, Spy Scout's dad? How did I not know that? I probably just forgot that, but also this salamander is amazing. I love this salamander. It's a great salamander. Okay, let's continue down here. Interpreting species accounts. Okay, anything interesting in here? Following accounts introduce all reptile and amphibian species or subspecies found in Ontario. Each species account provides background information on the species. Conservation status, appearance, biology, habitat, and range. Similar species analysis trends based on the data. Okay. They're telling us all the Pokedex. They have all the Pokedex entries here. Yeah. We're just reading the real life Pokedex, but only for reptile and amphibian Pokemon. This is just real life Pokemon. Oh, conservation status. Oh wait, species names. Wait, that's gonna be fun to try and say. I'm gonna say them so badly. Accounts provide common names for species such as subspecies in English and French. Oh, it is Canada. You do need French there. Along with a scientific name, names follow these outlines in the 8th edition of Science and Standard English Names of Amphibians and Reptiles from North America, north of Mexico. Oh, okay. Well, why just that area? Interesting. Okay. Each account outlines a species conservation status. Counts describe each species or subspecies with respect to size, coloration, pattern, the physical attributes of adults, juveniles, and, as relevant, larvae. Oh yeah, salamanders and frogs. I guess tadpoles are a type of larvae. Oh, that's weird to think of tadpole as larvae. The timing. Spy kept it a secret from everyone, including Scout, because he's such an intensely wanted man. They didn't want his son getting assassinated. Aww. Spy's guy's Tom Jones. Scout's idol because he couldn't tell his own son that he was proud of him while Scout was dying. Aww. The soldier snapped the neck of the real. Poor Tom Jones. Oh, their biology. I'm intrigued to see how they describe these reptiles. They were appalled at how that one dude described them. They're just like, how dare he describe a rattlesnake like that? I mean, I was all kerfluffles from that too. We don't need to know histograms. Atlas trends. Do we need to know Atlas trends? No. Ah! Not responding? No! Adobe Acrobat Reader, let me read about animals. Oh. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. We're here. We're here. We're here. Native species. Oh my gosh, we're finally here. Look at this turtle. Isn't he neat? Wouldn't you say it's just complete? A little sand on his head? That would make such a good Pokemon. A little sand mask on a turtle? A sandy turtle? Oh. Animals are the best. They're just adorable. Oh, Soldier's also roommates with a Marasmus, an evil wizard. Demo Man got his eyesight cursed by the Bombinomicon while cleaning shells for Marasmus. Demo Man and Soldier are best friends. Man, the lore's so much fun though. Wild lore is just hilarious. Like how we're both teaching each other. Yeah, you gotta learn about reptiles. I gotta learn about Team Fortress 2, Binding of Isaac, random games. It's like a system, knowledge for knowledge. Oh, but now we're here. Now we can finally learn about some reptile species. Here we go. Let's go. We start on frogs and toads. Oh my goodness, look at them. Toads are the best. I love toads. Oh, actually, it's not turtle time yet. We can't go all cowabunga yet because turtles are literally the last one on this in this atlas. But it's frog time. We're in being amphibians. Well, not being amphibians. We're learning about amphibians, but they're adorable. So this is the American toad. He's American. I don't see the stars or bangles or red, white, and blue though, so I don't know what makes him American. Maybe it's a gun. That's what makes him American. But why can't I say conservation today? His conservation status is no status. Oh, okay. It's a least concerned species. Oh, so they're in no danger, probably. I think. I'm happy about this. I love the American toad. Oh, its scientific name is the Anaxarus americanus. Americanus. No, that's not how you pronounce it. Those notable frog-related memories you have is when you scoop them up in a hand and they piss all over you, then you throw them like a baseball in a spot. No! Not the frogs! Yeah, toads are just like leaky little guys. They just piss themselves in fear. It's a response. I think that's how they get some warts. Every time the medic heals Demoman's eye, it becomes haunted again around Halloween, so that's why there's a giant eye every year in Team Fortress 2. Wait, that's so funny. The medic keeps screwing parts of Demoman's brain so he stops asking, but he still keeps asking every year. That's so funny. Man, toads are the best. I love seeing them just hop around. When you're just like walking after it rains, or you're just walking at night, you see a toad, it's you know it's a good day. How could I be afraid of this little guy? Look at him. I mean, I can see if a monstrously large earthquaking titan scooped you up and held you to their face, you two would piss and crap and call your mom. You know what? Fair enough. I might even act the same. I don't know. I literally have no idea how I'd act in this situation. I'd probably just be terrified. And I don't know what would happen if I was just wrapped in sheer terror. And that is a very believable response for being wrapped in sheer terror. Yeah, especially humans don't look as cute as toads. Well, I mean, humans do look as cute as toads, I guess, actually. All animals are cute in their own way. But, yeah, this is just the American toad. This dapper dude. This is why they write the whole, book series, Old Man Mr. Toad. Just 'cause look at this guy. He's great. Oh, we get information. Oh, what does it have to say about the American toad? The American toad is a medium-sized toad that can grow to over 11 centimeters in body length. Females are much larger than the males. Oh wow, queens. These toads are typically brown, tan, or gray, but are sometimes red, orange, olive brown, or dark brown. Oh, whoa. I've never seen a red, orange, or olive... No, I've seen an olive brown, actually, toad, but I've never seen a red or orange toad. I didn't know they could come in that color, so maybe there is a red, white, and blue one. For them, every time we take a step, the earth shakes. They want absolutely nothing to do with us by instinct. That's valid, yeah. To anyone afraid of insects, know that they're infinitely more terrified of us than we are of them. It's true. I'm still stunned at why spiders still want to be in up by around you. They're just those adrenaline junkies. In the Hudson Bay lowlands, some individuals have high contrast orange, red, black, and white coloration. Whoa, why only in the Hudson Bay lowlands though? It's like a regional variant, but to the Hudson Bay lowlands. The skin is granular in texture with dark spots on the back that contain one or two large wart-like bumps. The belly is white or cream-colored with gray mottling. The American toad has large, kidney-shaped parotoid glands around each eye and pronounced cranial crests that are farthest apart at the back of its head. The legs are short and the hind feet have moderate webbing between the toes. Tadpoles? Oh, why have I never thought of toad tadpoles before? Tadpoles, larvae. Yeah, see, tadpoles are larvae. It's weird to think about, but tadpoles are larvae. Spiders can see well, so they wouldn't know what they're getting themselves into until it's too late. You know what? Fair enough. It's sad that they have so many eyes, but they're just so blind. It's God's cruel joke, I guess. Tadpoles are larvae. Tadpoles are black and have long tails with a large clear fin, but become slightly less dark and gain brown or golden flecking as they age. Tadpoles can grow up to approximately 3 centimeters in total length before metamorphosis. The mating call of this species is a long, high-pitched trill. Oh. The American toad can be mistaken for the Fowler's toad. Oh, so maybe I've seen a Fowler's toad before, who knows? Because their eyes are so tiny and clustered so closely together, so the main way they identify things is by touch. Oh, so when they're crawling on you, it's because they just don't know what it is and they need to know. It's their curiosity. Oh, spiders are just curious little guys that need to touch everything. Get their greasy little grabby, they're not hands, bits on everything. Meaning they have to get close. Oh gosh. They just want to know what you are. And then they get squished or something. Oh, to be a spider, not knowing where you are until it's too late. The American toad can be mistaken for the Fowler's toad. Oh yeah, we learned that. The American toad has 1 or 2 wart-like bumps on each dark blotch on the back, whereas the Fowler's toad typically has 3 or more bumps per blotch? What? That's the difference? So, the difference between an American toad and the Fowler toad is typically 2 wart-like bumps in each dark blot on the back. Okay, interesting. Well, the Fowler's toad has 3 or more bumps per blotch. Oh, so they also have bumps. They also have, like, more. Interesting. The belly of the American toad has a mottled pattern in contrast to the mostly or entirely unmarked belly of the Fowler's toad. Oh, I've seen more Fowler toads than American toads then, because I don't remember a lot of their bellies being blotchy. Interesting. That's why the spiders tap the ground around them a bunch of times before deciding where to go. That's actually kind of cute. That makes me look at spiders more favorably. They're just little guys tapping everywhere to see where they go. Wait, where are they? These 2 species can hybridize where they occur, resulting in offspring that cannot reliably be identified? Oh, okay. That's another wrinkle in trying to figure out which is which. They can literally just hybridize. Interesting. Not reliably identifies either parental species. So does that just make them a new species? Huh. Some tiny grimblies. Yeah. Just little fellas. The American toad is typically active from April through October. In the north, the onset of annual activity is later, and the annual activity period is shorter. Interesting. So they just like the fall. You know what? Same. Oh wait, no. April through October. Why did I forget that April is just before summer? So they like the summer. They just don't like the winter. Multiple males sometimes attempt to mount a single female, and males will try to dislodge mating pairs to gain reproductive advantage. Why did I have to read that? Okay. During amplexus, females lay 2,000 to 15,000 eggs in long strands that can be many meters in length. Ugh. Egg strands are typically woven among submerged vegetation. Early stage embryos are black on top and somewhat cream colored underneath, are surrounded by two clear jelly envelopes. Jelly envelopes? We be gangsta until we cross paths with the only spider that meets us in the size, the huntsman. Oh gosh, huntsman spiders. I don't like them. They're freaky. I'm never going to Australia. I don't want to see a huntsman spider. Those things, I don't trust them. The look in their eyes, just they know that they're the same size, and I think they take pleasure in that, and that scares me. It's all a joke and game until the Japanese spider crab crawls up from the ocean and starts invading. It's true. We don't know what they're planning in the deep depths of the ocean. They can get farther than us, probably. Actually, I don't know. The pressure might also just kill them, too. I actually haven't looked in how, what kind of depths they can take, but I do like the spider crabs more because they're silly. I have them on my Animal Crossing island, just chilling. I put it in front of a ramen shop, so the spider crab just makes ramen for all my villagers. But not literally, but like, that's the lore. Max squared size of a huntsman was a mother spider that was the size of a door. That's terrifying. I don't wanna... her babies are the size of our head. That's terrifying. I don't... Oh gosh. I'm just thinking about it now. Just thinking. And it scares me. I'm glad I don't live in Australia. Australia scares me. But also, Australia's so cool. They have so much cool animals. So they have parrots just everywhere. There's just cockatiels. They just have like cockatoos just chilling. Just there. Oh, we're parakeets. I can't remember. But, oh man, they have so much cool animals. But why do they have to have such disturbing spiders? Yeah, literally it's a pro and con list. Is it really worth it? I think there's been so many deep sea creatures are eldritch horrors because since we never were meant to look that far, they're crying for terrifying animals we met just down there so humans could have a chance. You know what? I get it. Also, it's a very different environment, and I don't know if we could just feasibly just... Like, how would we as humans just know even how to adapt to that? Those animals are just normal to them. It's a whole other world down there that our bodies physically can't explore, I know. But then, that's why what humans just, they want to do that. Doing things our bodies can't do is one of our, like, literal pastimes. That's what alcohol is. We shouldn't be drinking that. Wait, the American toad can live to 7 years? Whoa! They can get pretty old. I've never thought about how long they live, so they can be like, they can just, wow. Females mature at 3 to 4 years of age, whereas males mature earlier. Wow, it's like the opposite of humans. Toads are primarily nocturnal, spending much of the day sheltered under logs, rocks, or other cover objects. Oh, that's probably why I see them most when I walk and eat in the evening. Their thicker, less permeable skin allows toads to tolerate drier conditions and live farther from the water relative to frogs. Individuals often return to the same breeding site in successive years, and they may travel several kilometers between breeding, summer, foraging, and overwintering sites. Interesting. Glands on the toad's skin, particularly the parotoid glands on the back of the head and the wart-like bumps on the skin, produce toxins and deter predators. Toads feed on a wide variety of invertebrates, including insects, spiders, oh, those poor spiders, slugs, and snails. Oh, those poor slugs and snails. Predators include eastern garter snakes. Oh, I love garter snakes. Garter snakes are the best. Northern raccoons. Raccoons eat toads? I mean, I guess raccoons eat anything. They can get their, like, grubby little hands on. I love raccoons. They're so adorable. And predatory birds. Oh yeah, I forget birds just eat animals sometimes. That's literally what hawks do. They eat other birds and little animals. The poor toads. They live in fear. Like dinosaurs, since they were wiped out and then humans took over, there was an absence of huge terrifying creatures and there was no spawn point on the surface, so they just took over the deep ocean. I like that. I like that. They're just like, well, since we have no terrifying creatures here, they just spawn in the ocean. You used to always see people theorizing online about what could be down there, and most of them say, yeah, it could be incomprehensibly large beast, but that's unlikely. The whole time you're thinking, what are you basing the likelihood of that on? their comfort levels. How the F you know you've been around those parts? Yeah, you know, it's called astral projecting. We can just astral project down there and not worry about the pressure. It's just... Sometimes I just like to astral project down to the bottom of the ocean, like just chill with the Marianas Trench demons. It's a good time. You know, our universe could just be a small atom within another universe and have no way of proving otherwise. Literally, Horton here's a who, and it makes sense. Here we go. Habitat. The American toad breeds in various permanent or temporary shallow aquatic features. Oh wow. Including marshes, bogs, fens, swamps, vernal pools, ponds, flooded areas, and sheltered bays. That's nice. I think we learned enough about the American toad. It's time to go to the next one. And here we go, the Fowler's toad. It really does look basically like the American toad. Oh wow, it really looks like the American toad, just less... Like, it looks less like... It's like... You took a normal map and increased the roughness, or not the normal map. The difference is like you took a noise texture and increased the detail and roughness from American Toad. I don't know if anyone gets that like description of it, but that's what it looks like. Black holes exist, so why do we even try to make sense of the universe? Because what that hole do? That's the question though. Curiosity. I love curiosity. That's why I like the mystery genre. Heck, the universe is supposedly expanding into what? Space is infinite. Itself is expanding to that. It's just gonna expand so much that it inverts onto itself, and then it just starts imploding. And then once it implodes so much, it'll just explode and just be an infinite loop. Who knows what happens? That's the mystery. The romance of mystery. It's like the romance of adventure. Maybe. Who knows? That's the fun. He's a growing boy. Now that's the way to describe the universe. Just a growing boy. Wait, no, it's a domain expansion. The universe is just domain expansioning. Oh no! The Fowler's toad is in danger! Oh. I don't like that. The poor Fowler toad. The Fowler's toad is a medium-sized toad that can grow up to 8.5 centimeters in body length. Females are larger than males. Oh, so that's like a common thing amongst Canadian toads, apparently. That the females are just larger. The species is typically gray to light brown, but sometimes greenish gray, dark brown, or reddish brown. The skin is granular in texture with small dark spots on the back. Huh. Legs are short and the hind feet have moderate weathering between the toes. It's just like the other one. Similar species. Literally, it just also says the Fowler's toad can be mistaken for the American toad. The Fowler's toad has 3 or more warlike bumps in each dark blonde on its back and unmarked white belly. So it literally just has an unmarked white belly. It looks like the cleaner version of the American toad, but it has more detail. It's interesting. 2 bumps per blotch and dark colored mottling in the belly. Fun. The Fowler's toad is typically active from May through September. Oh, so it's it's a little earlier than the American toad. Wakes up a little just earlier, huh? I guess the American toad's a little lazier. The other incomprehensible large celestial bodies mourning the loss of the universe is at the multiversal burial ground. I like that. The universe is just like gossip with each other, and then when one dies, they're just like, oh, poor guy. I liked what it was doing. It was silly. Remember that like little speck that had like a lot going on? I don't, because it was just a little speck, and we were the little specks. Oh wait, resulting in offspring that cannot be oh yeah, it's just talking about how they can commingle. commingle in quotations. Feather Toad distribution in Canada is limited to only a few sites along the north shore of Lake Erie. Oh no, that's why it's endangered. Because it's... Oh, limited to only a few sites along the north shore of Lake Erie. Lake Erie is... I mean, it's in the name. Its waters are pretty eerie. It's a little polluted. The one scene from the movie you forgot because I watched it over half of my life ago is the one where it zooms out until it zooms out of the universe and shows our universe as some marble being played by a strange creature. There's no way for us to prove that it's false or true. It's impossible. That sounds super familiar. Is that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? No. I've seen that movie though. Because I can actually picture that scene. I just can't remember where it's from either. What was that from? Oh, thinking about that while listening to the fever stream music is messing with my head in a way I didn't intend. Okay. During amplexus, females lay 2,000 to 10,000 eggs. Oh, they don't lay as much as the American toad. Maybe that's why they literally don't have a... these poor Fowler toads. A whittle Scrimblow tossing us around his wacky city playmate. Oh, I need to make that pajama texture. That's a good reminder. I've been lazy though. That could very well be the existence as we know it, and you know what? I'd be satisfied with that. That'd be fun. Men in Black searched it up. That's it, man. I like the first Men in Black movie. Actually, I like Men in Black 2 too. Men in Black 2 too. It's just Jacob Tutu joining the Men in Black. Oh, they go into... Fowler toads can live up to 5 years. Oh, they live 2 years less than American toads. Individuals may travel several kilometers along the beach between breeding and overwintering seasons. So they live on like the beach of the Great Lakes. Interesting. The species shelters in sand dunes and under driftwood by day and comes down to the water's edge to rehydrate and forage at night. Its diet includes a range of insects, particularly ants and beetles. Oh wow, that's like specific. Oh no, when things need specific things, it makes them more susceptible to just be endangered. Oh no. It's like the poor koala and its eucalyptus. As someone who knows nothing next about Men in Black, you should probably watch that now. Man, it was fun. There was also a cartoon series I used to watch when it was on Saturday morning that was just wild. I just have like weird random memories of it sometimes. Every once in a while you break your brain accidentally trying to think of a single point with no height, width, or depth. Isn't that... Wait, isn't that like a way to think about in like 5 dimensions or something? Or was it 4 dimensions? It's like a physics book. I remember I was reading a physics book trying to tell me how to think in like 4 dimensions, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. All you know is that they have a flashing device that erases memories and Will Smith's in it. that is actually most of it though. That is most of it. There's also a giant bug guy. No matter what you think of is in your head, there'll always be dimension to it. It is physically impossible for you to come at a single point unless you just become brain dead. You don't think of anything. Well, I mean, that's proven. Who knows? Something or other. Yeah. What else was in it? I also remember a gun. And a farm. I remember more of the first movie than the second movie. I remember the second movie, the one other guy, like... their roles are switched and it's funny. Or was that the third movie? It's been a while. But the poor Fowler's toad, oh man. It just lives along the beach shores in its best life. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully, conservation, oh my gosh, I'm messing it up. Hopefully conservation, endeavors, bear fruit. Because look at them. They're just fun little toads. It's also impossible for you to comprehend the idea of nothing, not black, not white, not clear, just straight up nothing. I tried to do that once when I was like 4. I was like, what would happen if I just thought nothing? And I was just lying in my bed at night just thinking. And then I just like blanked out. And then the only thing I remember is just feeling a bunch of fear and snapping right back. Just to consciousness. It was just like nothing, and then suddenly just an overwhelming sense of fear, and then I just snapped back, and I'm like, that was terrifying and slowly traumatizing. Let's not do that again. I think that's probably what led me to become a VTuber, not gonna lie. That's definitely it. Something's mentally out of your league as a human being, then you just don't think about it because you're never gonna figure out because who cares? That's a valid approach to it. That is a very valid approach. Stared death in the eyes and he pardoned you. Figured out the secrets of the universe. You chose one. Traumatized for it. Traumatized for it. I still think about that sometimes. It's like, I probably shouldn't have tried that. It's just like, how would it feel to just think nothing? Maybe just like how it feels to be dead. Yeah. Good old curiosity of a child. It's just a form of, it was just basically probably deep form of meditation where you just clear your mind and blank out. The Fowler toad can live up to 5 years. Individuals may travel several kilometers along the beach. Oh, we read about them. They're just beach toads that are living their best life. Whoa! It's a tree frog. I didn't even know we had tree frogs in Canada. Look at them. It's so cute. They're just on a branch up there. Aww. And it has the little thing where it's like, whoa. I love this guy. No status, no oh, so it's least concern. So these guys aren't endangered. It's a bibbit. It is a little bibbit. It has a did you know. Wait, did the other ones have a did you know? No, they didn't. They saved it specifically for the tree. They saved it specifically for the gray tree frog. The Hyla versicolor. Wait, what was this guy's? The Anaxis fowleri. Oh. Oh, okay. Hyla versicolor. That's a cool scientific name, but like, did you know gray tree frogs can survive freezing temperatures during hibernation by increasing the levels of glucose and glycerol in their blood, which act as cryoprotectants, antifreeze. Surprisingly, these frogs turn blue when they're frozen over winter. Wait, that's sick. Wait, that's actually cool. So gray tree frogs literally can turn themselves into antifreezer and turn blue. Like it. That's wild. Glucose and glycerol. Whoa. Man, imagine if humans could do that. We'd just become Smurfs whenever we wanted. I don't know if we'd be able to react, but like, we could. The gray tree frog is a small to medium-sized frog that can grow up to 6 centimeters in body length. Oh, so it's smaller than the toad. Females are larger than males. I guess that's just a frog trait. Larger juveniles and adults are brown, gray, or green, and the back often have dark blotches, sometimes with a distinct dark outline. Oh yeah, we can see them. Tadpoles have long tails with a large broad fin. Tadpoles are brown to olive green. Interesting. Similar species. Juveniles of the gray tree frog can be mistaken for the spring peeper, boreal chorus frog, western chorus frog, and juvenile toads, but can be distinguished from all by the presence of enlarged toe pads. And in very young gray tree frogs, their bright green coloration. Interesting. So they have like the roundest like toe pads. Huh. Yo, Lo, if you ever remember the password to your Steam account, let me know so I can add you and get a goofy little game. Hey, wait. What is... Yeah, I'll have to look that up later, but I'll do that at some point when I remember. I'll actually write that down because I do want to play. I do want to remember Steam games, and I'm always down for free games. Here we go. In the notes, figure out Steam account, because I know my username is Lofadaisy like my Twitch. It's just I have a book of all my logins that I have to find. It's somewhere. Fun fact, you are now breathing manually. No, why'd you do that to me? Oh no, now I'm thinking about it. Oh, it's like the game where it's like if you remember it, you lose the game. Oh crap, now I'm losing the game. No, now we're losing the game. We're losing the game and I'm thinking about how I'm breathing. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I mean, maybe if it makes it feel better, I can make it a short and hopefully it like gets to as many people as it can so we can all lose the game together. And then we can make a game of just losing the game. And we can be like, yeah, we can all be losers together. That's copium. Okay, let's just read more about tree frogs and forget about what we were talking about. Let's see. Enlarged topads, young gray tree frogs, their bright green coloration. The spring peeper and the chorus frogs lack the white spot under the eye and bright yellow-orange inner thighs. Oh. Oh my gosh, they do have bright yellow-orange inner thighs. That's a very distinct trait. Huh. Now you're aware of the existence of your clothes. Oh, don't worry. I'm always aware of my clothes. I like wearing clothes. Not wearing clothes just feels wrong. I feel exposed. Although I do love baths, so I guess that's a little contradicting. What kind of psychopath morally bragged but either of a person do you have to be to say, hi guys, you're now mentally brain. Oh, we're going down the rabbit hole today. This is this in line for fever stream. Nah, you knew that. Yeah, we love clothes. We love clothes in this house. Gray tree frogs can also be mistaken for the Cope's gray tree frog. Wait, the difference between a Cope's gray tree frog and a gray tree frog? Interesting. Was not confirmed whether these two species overlap between North and Western Ontario, or whether Cope's gray tree frog even occurs in Ontario. Wait, what? These two species are identical in appearance, but can be distinguished in the field by their call and in the laboratory by a chromosome count. Whoa! So their call and chromosome count are different, but they look the exact same. That's wild, man. Nature's insane. You like being naked and clothed, so you think both? Hey, I mean, I think that's the normal thing. Just comfortable all the time, and that's just the way that's just the dream. You can't change the volume of your voice in your head. You can scream and whisper with the voice, but they're both the same volume. Yes, I can, by talking in different volumes. Yeah, that's kind of hard to measure. Now I'm just screaming and whispering to myself in my head. Oh no. Sometimes when I'm walking, don't you ever think of it just like, what if there's a mind reader around? And then you start making really loud noises and just thinking your thoughts, and then to see if anybody just like reacts to it. Occasionally I get that thought when I walk past somebody and they react interestingly. I'm like, what if they could read minds? And they just scream in your mind or just like overload your mind with thoughts to see if anything happens. I need to, maybe I should stop daydreaming so often. How do you know mental volume? You can't lay that down as a fact because you can't gauge it. Exactly. Oh, that was the Uno reverse card. We can't measure it. Apparently, they can actually read people's minds because when you're thinking, your vocal cords apparently vibrate like in a they just vibrate apparently. So they can measure and figure it out, but I don't know if that study's quite legit, so who knows. Also, that was a very, very scuffed description of it. Let's see, anything else? The void spot. The great tree frog and pickerel frog both have yellow-orange coloration on their inner thighs. Oh, the pickerel frog has that too? In relatively few... Furthermore, this lack of toe pads. Oh, so they lack the toe pads. So these guys just have the roundest toe pads of Canadian amphibians. It's good to know. Wait. The Cope's gray tree frog has 2 sets of chromosomes termed diploid, where the gray tree frog has 4 sets of chromosomes termed tetraploid. See discussion of chromosomes probably in the unisexual Ambisiphoma salamander species count. That's wild. Let's go down here. Biology. The gray tree frog is typically active from April through October, but in the north, the onset of annual activity is later, and the period of annual activity is shorter. Atlas calling records peaked from mid-May through late June. Mates also call outside of their mating season. Oh, interesting. So they just want to mate randomly before and after their migration to breeding points, and sporadically through the summer, leading to calling records outside of peak season. Also, visual records peaked in May, June during the breeding period, and in August during the emergence of juveniles. Males gather on the edges of ponds during mating season, often call from elevated perches to attract females. Non-calling or satellite males may position themselves during amplexus. Themselves near vigorously calling males to intercept attracted females. Oh, so they just stand there and wait. Humans are constantly occupied with something, so we'd only hear stuff like that if we had nothing to focus on. That's true. I think. Most tree frogs probably do not live more than 5 years in the wild. Oh! I guess toads are hardier. The great tree frog can survive freezing temperatures during overwintering by increasing levels of glucose. We learned about that. Cryoprotectants. During warm months, tree frogs are active during the day. The species forages on the forest floor and in the canopy for a wide variety of insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates. Eggs and tadpoles are vulnerable to predatory fish, aquatic insects, and salamander larvae. Oh, salamander larvae just snack on frog eggs. Okay. Great tree frog inhabits a variety of forest habitats, and adults spend most of their time in the forest canopy. Breeding habitat includes ephemeral or permanent wetlands near forests. Breeding sites are typically free of fish. That makes sense. Range. The great tree frog ranges through the northeastern United States, west to North Dakota, in a narrow band extending south to eastern Texas. However, the species is absent from Mississippi east to North Carolina and south to Florida. Well, wow, interesting. In Canada, the species occurs in southern Manitoba, Ontario, southwestern Quebec, and southern New Brunswick. That's wild. What are you on? The autism spectrum? Be losing like 20 minutes on a test because I blank out and think about random stuff. I have to actually snap myself back to reality. Man, so easy to get distracted, especially in this age of just electronics where we can just bring up something randomly and there's just so much stimuli. But then there's also just, that's what makes it fun, because there's just so much interesting things. Oh, look at this guy. They're adorable. They're so pudgy and round. I love them. Looks like a Jerry or something. Or a berry. I think that's it. It just looks like a berry. Can't get distracted if you never get in the first place. Hey, that's the big brain play right there. Who cares about distraction? American bullfrog. Oh, I love this thing. This is the thing I usually catch in ponds. I mean, I haven't done that in a long time. Frogs consistently look like dog toys. Oh. I mean, they do look rubbery with dog toy. A lot of dog toys are. So I can see that, actually. I get that. Unless they're moistened. They look like that rubbery dog toy texture. You don't care what your parents do, which means you care for your life. If you care for your life, then you have to care. Oh, yep. That's the reverse Uno. Oh, thank goodness. I remember talks hearing that they were like becoming like actually like their populations were going down, so they're a least concerned species. Although this was in 2019, it's been 5 years, so oh no, we might need a new one of these. The American bullfrog is the largest frog in Canada. Adults reach to 10 to 16 centimeters in body length. Chiros et al. Oh, that's a reference. Okay. Juveniles and adults are brown, green, or olive, and their backs may be distinctly mottled or lacking pattern altogether. The belly is cream to whitish and may have dark mottling in some individuals. Dorsolateral folds are absent, but a noticeable fold of skin runs above and behind the tympana. The rear legs have dark crossbands, and the hind feet are strongly webbed. Males are generally smaller than females, with a bright yellow throat. Oh, males have bright yellow throats? So I guess this is a male one. I guess I've caught most female frogs of these then. So I've only caught one that had a yellow throat. Huh. Mom would be sad origin story. I mean, it's a common origin story, honestly. Well, I mean, ideally. Although some kids would like seeing their mothers sad, which people have complicated home relationships. Let's read about frogs. Juveniles and adults are brown, green. Yeah, we live in dorsal fins. Yeah, males are smaller with a bright yellow throat, and lympana noticeably larger in diameter than the eyes. Oh, interesting. I think the lympana is the like round thing by their eyes. That does look larger than their eyes. Where the tympana females are about the same diameter as the eyes. Yeah, they are. Tadpoles have long tails with a large fin. Yeah. Wait, what about... The mating call is a deep-toed range in... Oh, wait, what? The mating call is deep, resonant, often described as a jug of rum. Repeated rum, or on. Interesting. A deep resin, often described as jug of rum. Oh gosh. Bite of Isaac moment come full circle. Wait, yeah, we have. The most intense feeling of guilt is when your mom asks you to do something you forget, and then you see your mom doing the chore instead. Oh my gosh, that hits me, yeah. It's the guilt. Good old family guilt. Similar species, juvenile American bullfrogs can be mistaken for the green frog and the mink frog. Substantial variation in color and pattern. Oh, these three species exhibit substantial variations in color and pattern. Oh, that's probably why. The green frog has pronounced dorsal lateral folds that extend from the tympanum to the pelvis. The mink frog may lack the dorsal lateral folds and typically have blotches rather than crossbands on their rear legs. Webbing on the mink frog's hind legs extends to the end of the fifth toe and the last digit of the longest toe, whereas the webbing on the hind feet of the American bullfrog is not as extensive. Wow. You already know frogs are the most powerful bugs. It's so true. People like to see their parents upset or psychopaths, unless the mom's a psychopath. yeah, honestly, that's usually the consensus for that. People be crazy. Or have just complex family situations. The American bullfrog is typically active from April through November. In the north, the onset of annual activity is later, and the annual activity period is shorter. Interesting. Owls called record peaked in mid-June during the core mating period. Okay. In the mating period, males actively defend territory suitable for egg laying. Use calls, posturing, and physical combat to prevent the intrusion of competitors. Oh, here's the first frog to just square up when they're in mating season. I guess we gotta respect that. The American bullfrog. Oh, I guess that's why it's called a bullfrog. Why do you advise moment? It's so true. We don't need to know about amplexus, but females do lay a lot of eggs. Let's just go down here. By clear jelly envelope, the classic clear jelly envelope. The American bullfrog is active during the day and night. Day and night. When do these frogs sleep? These large frogs are opportunistic predators. Oh, let me move out of the way so you can see this picture. It's beautiful. He's just, look at that pose there. He's just posing. Opportunistic predators, and their diet includes a wide range of invertebrates and small vertebrates, including smaller frogs. Predators of these large frogs include snapping turtles. Oh, I've seen a snapping turtle eat a frog before. It was, slightly disturbing. American minks. Wait, minks? Oh, wait. They don't eat the minks. The minks eat them. Okay. Northern river otters. Wait, otters eat frogs? Oh. I guess they do eat, like, fish. So why didn't I assume they eat frogs? And great blue herons. Oh, man. Great blue herons are awesome. They're such a cool animal. Also, lad, let's not get existential in chat. We're here to frog pog, not brine bog. Brine bog. The American bullfrog is highly aquatic and requires large, permanent bodies of water for breeding. Oh, so he just likes the water. Extraterrestrial. Aliens. I mean, frogs could be aliens. Who knows? That's the conspiracy. The frogs came from a planet that we just do not know. Alice trends for total observation. Square occupancy. It is unclear whether clustered historical squares in Bruce, Grant, Northernland counties represent true recent absences or the consequences of low recent survey effort. I don't know if that's sad or funny at the same time. I think it's both. Where they can't tell if it's just because the people just don't care about documenting the frogs, or it's just they're actually, oh no. Well, that's Neil A. Alien. Oh my gosh, if frogs are narp knives, that's how we know it's worth it. The regional absence of American bullfrog in southern Ontario in the early 1990s triggered early concerns about amphibian decline in Ontario. I remember talking about this in the 1990s. They were talking about it like a few years ago too. People are always concerned about frogs, which is like something they should be always concerned about. Frogs are the best. Go down. Ooh, the green frog. He's so green. This one's leopard pattern. I think I've caught this frog before too, actually. I can't tell which frogs I've caught. They all look so similar, to be honest. POV conspiracy theorists with zero evidence relying on an obscure method of decoding a normal name or word. That'd be a fun video game. Like a nice little puzzle game. Just the Men in Black. This is a fish. I mean, if you can eat it during Lent, then it is a fish. That's what a capybara is. He's just so silly. They're adorable. They're like compact versions of this frog. Oh no, this frog's pretty compact. And that's just a big boy. This frog right at the bottom left, he's just a big boy. Well, these guys are just nice little guys. Look at this brown one though, with the like light green on his head. That's interesting. These have neat patterns. If you had a nickel for every time a flat earther accidentally proved the earth was round, there would be so many nickels that the earth actually becomes flat. Have you seen the clips of frogs screaming in fear? That's how you know they dog toys. No! Frogs shouldn't be used as dog toys. But I have seen frogs screaming in fear. I like the desert bubble frog screaming. That thing's adorable. It's just a little guy. The green frogs, the medium-sized frog, that contain a body length of up to 11 centimeters. Juveniles and adults are brown, green, or olive, and may have dark spots or mottling on the back. The green frog has a bright green upper lip, the belly is white, sometimes with darker lines or spots, and occasionally has a yellow tinge. Dorsolateral fins, I said that wrong, folds are prominent and extend from above the tympana to the pelvis. Wow. The pelvis. Wait, these frogs commonly release a squawk call when jumping into the water? I can't, how do you do squawk? To just squawk. I don't even know how to just pronounce that, make that sound. I'm glad they described the sounds these frogs make. That's very important for just like frogs. The green frog can be mistaken for mink frogs and juvenile American bullfrogs. Yeah, I've done that. Literally today. Alter exhibit, special exhibit, species exhibit substantial variation in color. We know about that. We read about that. Crossbands that have more mottled patterns. Webbing in the feet. Yeah, biology. The green frog is typically active from March through November. Oh, this is the earliest active. This is the earliest one so far. In North, the onset of annual activity is later and annual activity period is shorter. That's classic frog toad amphibian. During a plexus, oh, we don't need to know about that. Early stage embryos are black. Okay, green frogs are active during the day and night. Oh, like the other guy. As they forage in aquatic and terrestrial habitats for small invertebrates such as beetles, moths, slugs, snails, spiders, flies, and other insects. Common predator include eastern gardener snakes, northern water snakes, snapping turtles, American bullfrogs. Wow, those bullfrogs I like to eat frogs. Classic read, indeed. And wading birds. Oh, they're just a target. The predator is also the prey. Green frogs can be found in most aquatic habitats, ranging from large lakes and rivers to small creeks and ponds, but they require permanent bodies of water for breeding. Juveniles often use temporary bodies of water during the summer. The species tend to use areas closer to shore with more vegetation to avoid predation by the American bullfrog, where the species co-occur. Oh, that makes sense. They're like, oh, let's go where it doesn't go. And yeah, that makes sense. He looks like a pickle. Oh wow, he actually really does look like a pickle. I can't unsee that. What the heck? There's definitely at least one person that read the dictionary as an actual bedtime book. It's true, actually. The dictionary has so much nice words in it. I wanted to read the dictionary for one stream, but I couldn't find a good dictionary online where I could just flip through pages, and it was so sad. But I did have fun reading random words from a word generator. That was great. I need to post that VOD sometime. There were a bunch of funny words like bibliomancy. That was a funny word. Range. The green frog is found throughout the eastern half of the United States. Yeah, we know that. But what about Ontario and Canada? The green frog occurs in eastern Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritime provinces. Wow, you can have oh, where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. You can have an old Nova Scotian frog, though, I guess. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. The Urban Dictionary, death. Wait, what does the Urban Dictionary have to say for the green frog or the pickle? I mean, he turned himself into pickle. It's the funniest thing there is. I guess that's what it'd say. Oh, look, he's just hiding there. It's called camouflage. Oh, that actually does a good job of camouflaging. I mean, I know he's there, but like, if I like cover it a little bit, like up here, no, you don't see him. Okay, what's this? Oh, that's the Atlas trends. We don't need to know about the Atlas trends, but this means we just gotta go to the next dude. Whoa. Do green frogs get blue? Wait, what is this? It's a nice little bit of information. The skin color of frogs varies, but shades of green or brown are most common. Few people have ever seen blue frogs in Ontario. Now a group of herpetologists from Ontario and the Maritimes is studying the distribution of blue frogs across the animal's North American range, and they need people to report their sightings of these creatures. Oh, so if you see a blue frog, you gotta report it. It's what you gotta do as a citizen of the United States or Canada. Especially if you live in Ontario, because like this is specifically an Ontario, like, herpetology book. Blue lobster moment, it literally is. The Urban Dictionary is an internet dictionary where anyone can upload the definition and for any made-up word or real word. Why am I struggling? Made up a real word. Oh yeah, I know about the Urban Dictionary. Wait, do they have one where you can just go through pages in order where it has the definition beside it and the word? Because if they do, wait, no, that might not be good to stream. I bet there's definitely very not PG things on the Urban Dictionary. Although it would be funny if you could censor it. You could just choose words to represent things to censor. Like instead of saying sex, you just say like blue toad. Whoa! Look at this guy. Urban Dictionary streamer mode. Wait, is that actually real? Because that's funny. Look at the pickerel frog. It looks like a pickerel frog. It looks more like a toad than a frog. Oh yeah, it has yellow too on it. It kind of looks a little poisonous, to be honest. Huh. Interesting. This is neat. He's just there. Am I blocking? No, I'm not blocking a picture. The pickerel frog is a medium-sized frog that can grow up to 8 centimeters in body length. Females are larger than males. Oh yeah, the normal. Species has dark bands on its hind legs. Oh, the mating call is a low-pitched snore resembling, but not as complex as the call of the northern leopard frog. Wait, what is the call of the northern leopard frog? That sounds wild. White stripe along the upper tip, bright yellow-orange coloration on the thighs, and groin. Oh yeah, right there we see that. And it's very similar to the pickerel frog and the northern leopard frog, but not any of the green frogs. But it does get a drab olive green. So it doesn't go full green. Interesting. So it makes it easier to tell them apart. Looks like a pickerel frog. Especially brown color variants of the latter species are similar in appearance. The pickerel frog always has a brown body with 2 rows of dark rectangular or square blotches along the back, whereas the oval spots of the northern leopard frog have light colored outline and tend to be randomly distributed on the back. Oh, so these are more squarish, I guess? Yeah, rectangular. They do look rectangular. It kind of looks like scales. That's neat. Leopard frog is a pale yellow or white on the thighs and groin compared to the yellow-orange of the pickerel frog. The pickerel frog is typically active from April through October. Atlas calling records demonstrated a clear peak in late April through early May. Peaks in Atlas visual records occurred in April and May during mating. Interesting. Occasionally exchange of aggressive calls and wrestling occur between males. Oh. Wow, just like humans, Who knew? Males call from shallow water and even underwater to attract females. Wow, they're really working for it. During amphibiosis, females lay a globular mass of 1,000 to 3,000 eggs. Hey, it's not like stringy, it's globular. Yeah. Egg match is usually attached to aquatic vegetation. Classic. Wrestling in quotation. Oh yeah, that's the streamer mode version of Urban Dictionary. They changed things to wrestling in quotations, just like these frogs wrestling. Maybe when the new book comes out, it'll be a bit more progressive and tell it how it is. Accelerated development occurs at warmer water temperatures. Oh, so it's warmer, they develop faster. Tadpoles usually transform into frogs in 3 or 4 months, but some tadpoles in the northern part of the range may overwinter before metamorphosis. Interesting. Juveniles reach maturity in approximately 2 to 3 years, and lifespan likely does not exceed 5 years. Oh, these frogs are like children for most of it. These frogs make long overland migrations between overwintering and breeding sites, and juveniles may disperse long distances from breeding populations. Wow, these frogs are travelers. They're active during the day and night. They eat a wide variety of insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates. Common predators are likely to include wadding birds and American bullfrogs. Those menaces. They just terrorize. They should be called bully frogs instead of bullfrogs. Pickerel frog is usually found in forested wetland areas and often breed in ponds that have extensive emergent shoreline and vegetation. Good to know. The range is likely a slight underestimate of the species' northern range boundary in Ontario, but additional survey effort is needed to clarify the range. Oh, we don't actually have good data on it. Who knew? Oh my gosh. I've caught this frog multiple times. The northern leopard frog. Like this one up here, I've caught before. Like this exact frog. Not the exact frog, but like one that looked exactly like that. The lithobates, pipiens. Oh my gosh, Grenouille leopard du Nord. Oh, thank goodness it's the least concern, which is probably why I've seen a lot of them. The northern leopard frog is a medium-sized frog that can grow up to 11 centimeters in body length. Females are larger than males. Juveniles are adults. Are brown or green with dark oval spots on the back. Yeah, look at how oval these spots are. Males can reach up to 12 centimeters in length before metamorphosis. Wait, those are big tadpoles. What? Occasionally it's a yellowish tinge on its belly. Huh, that doesn't sound good. Sometimes the call resembles a sound made by rubbing a finger on a wet balloon? Well, if I had a balloon and a glass of water, I'd test that. But now I'm just intrigued to see how that sounds. But the mating call is diverse. Low guttural snore-like rattles accompanied by a variety of grunts, chuckles, and croaks. Well, these guys are just chuckling. Sometimes the call resembles sound made by rubbing a finger. I read that. The calls do not carry very far, but a large chorus can sound like a distant motorboat. Whoa! So when there's a bunch of these, they can trick people into thinking there's a motorboat. Reminds you of how your brother said petting a sphinx cat would be like rubbing an old man's forehead. Oh no, if I ever pet a sphinx cat, that's all I'm going to be thinking about now. Oh. I mean, it's going to be a cat, so it's going to be a good time. It'll just be in my back of my head. I want to try making the noise. Oh, it'd be fun to use that as a murder mystery where someone thought they heard a boat, but it's just a bunch of these leopard frogs. Biology. The northern leopard frog is typically active from late March through October. In the north, the onset of annual activity is later and annual activity period is shorter. Oh, interesting. Wait, the northern leopard frog breeds soon after the spring thaw, often moving hundreds of meters from well-oxygenated overwintering water bodies to marshy breeding sites. They're just like marshy breeding sites. They're hairless, by the way. Yeah, sphinx cats are adorable though, even though they look wrinkly. But they're just cute. I remember one of my friends was talking about wanting to get a sphinx cat because they have a cat allergy and they wanted a cat, so they're like, I think hairless cats are cute, so I want a hairless cat. They never did get it though, because just like getting a cat during school is just kind of that's a lot of responsibility on top of just university. Males call from shallow water and even underwater to attract females during the mating period. Occasionally exchanges of aggressive calls and wrestling occurs between males. Oh, they like to wrestle too. You'll forever call them binguses. If you know, you know. Oh no, I don't know. But like, I think binguses is really funny to call them. But now I don't know if I should be suspicious or just actually laugh at it. Because context is everything. Okay, the egg mass usually attached to aquatic vegetation, like the normal frog egg mass. The northern leopard frog eats a wide variety of invertebrates, such as spiders, worms, beetles, crickets, grasshoppers, and flies. Oh, common predators include wandering birds and American bullfrogs. Oh my gosh, those bullfrogs can't be stopped. It's because there's a meme of a baby sphinx named Bingus. Oh, that's wholesome. I like that. That's wholesome. The northern leopard frog breeds in permanent or semi-permanent wetlands, streams, and shallow sections of lakes and rivers that are typically free of predatory fish. Some individuals forage extensively in terrestrial habitats during the summer and often found considerable distances from water, in fields, woodlands, and meadows. Oh wow, these guys just are like, let's go. Overwintering usually occurs at the bottom of well-oxygenated rivers, creeks, and large ponds. Ah, fair enough. You like to make fun of him because he's walking circumcised testicle in form? No, not little Bingus. I mean, like, I guess that's what a hairless cat could look like as a kitten, but it's still an adorable hairless cat. Consistent square occupancy during the same period span across southern Ontario from the Niagara region. Oh, interesting. I don't feel like reading about Atlas trends. So we're going on the next guy. Oh, look at him just chilling there. He's chilling like a frog. Ooh, the mink frog. Whoa, look at the splotches on these guys. Lithobates septentrionalis. Grenouille du Nord. Oh, it's just called the North Frog? North Frog of the North in French? Interesting. That's a... Huh. It's a least concern status, though. I like that. The mink frog is a small, medium-sized frog that can reach 7 centimeters in length. Juveniles and adults are olive to brown, usually have dark spots modeling on the back, sides, and hind legs. The belly is whitish, often graded to pale yellow at the sides. Oh, it is pale yellow, the top left one. This guy's pretty nice. The mink frog can be mistaken for the green frog and juvenile American bullfrogs. Oh, because they don't get as big as normal bullfrogs. All three species exhibit substantial variation in color pattern. Juvenile American bullfrogs often lack patterning, and instead of dorsolateral folds, they have noticeable fold of skin that runs behind the tympana. Oh, we read about that. Look at this guy. The mink frog has spots or blotches that typically run lengthwise on its hind legs. The mink frog has more extensive webbing on the hind feet that reaches the last rim of the longest toe. Oh, it's that one. It's this one. The mink frog is typically active from April through November. In the north, the onset, yeah, it's just classic, just activity in the north is shorter, or different, maybe not shorter. So we'll talk about its... Oh, here we go. The mating call consists of a rapid series of 3 or more croaks, which sounds like a quiet and rapid tapping of a metal hammer on wood. Wait, that's very distinct. A large course of mink frogs sounds like popcorn popping? Whoa. That is very distinct. That would be freaky. You just walk in and you just hear popcorn popping in a forest where there's no microwave in miles. Just like, who's popping popcorn around here? I see why people thought forests were haunted back then. Because they had no idea what popcorn sounded like popping. That's their jump sound. That's a good jump sound. Popping popcorn. And just pop. Man, I want to hear their... I wish they had like sound bites where you could just click, but it is a book. It's not like a website. Oh wait, they don't lay much eggs compared to the other frogs. Female lays 500 to 2,000 eggs in a globular mass? Huh. That's not much. Oh, they have limited tolerance for one another and demonstrate aggressive calling and chasing and wrestling. Males call from water surfaces, and although they do not appear to defend their territories, they have limited tolerance for one another. Just like people. Either that or they be pop and shot. Pop and shot. Vegetation has more... Oh, okay. Eggs hatch in less than 2 weeks, and tadpoles develop for 1 to 2 years prior to metamorphosis. Wow, that's a long time. Juveniles reach maturity in 1 to 2 years, and lifespan extends up to 6 years. Oh, so they live a decent life. Frogs got thick locks and they're very... The mink frog is active during the day and night, so we can glock you in the day or night. This species is highly aquatic. Oh, so they're not just very aquatic, they're highly aquatic. Oh, what am I doing? I just moved it around. Wait, what? I shouldn't have that power. The mink frog is active during the day. Oh, I read that. And comes downward in moment is largely... Wait, oh, I messed that up. Do you need to move text around? No. Can I text lock? Is that an option? I just wanna highlight things. Is that like edit mode? Whatever. They forage at night and autumn. We don't need to, particularly ants and beetles. Oh, they like ants and beetles. Good to know. Good to know. Mink frog inhabits water bodies with abundant surface vegetation and soft bottoms, such as bogs, lakes, ponds, and sluggish rivers. Oh, so maybe I've caught them before, because I usually catch frogs at ponds. Species require permanent aquatic habitats for breeding and overwintering. Makes sense, because they're very aquatic out of all the frogs. Well, maybe not all the frogs, but the Ontario frogs. Mink frog is poorly documented throughout central Ontario. Although habitat remains continuous and of high quality in the region, additional survey effort is likely to find the range of mink frog is continuous throughout central Ontario and into the north. Oh, so they just haven't done any surveys there. Wow, research is important, because who wouldn't want to know about where this frog appears? That's why we're reading about them, because they're frogs. Oh, it's so cute. Look at him. It's just a guy. He's just looking at that little, like, smirky ass. Like he's up to some little mischief, or he's just like, hee hee. Just a little shy at getting his photo taken, or her photo taken. But they look pretty small. Whoa, the wood frog. Now this is a very distinct looking frog. They haven't even brought it up in a similar species. Yeah, similar species. No other Ontario frog is the wood frog's uniform brown-hued color and distinctive dark mask. Look at this guy. He's so unique. Oh, and they're least concern, so they're not endangered. That's nice. Oh, that's their eggs up there. That looks a little gross. The wood frog is a small to medium-sized frog that grows up to 6 centimeters in body length. Wood frogs are identified by the dark mask around their eyes, which we just read about. Body color ranges from coppery reddish to pale brown. Ooh, coppery reddish. That's a nice red. I like copper-colored reds. They're just kind of nice to look at. A pale line down the back is more frequent in the north. Oh, interesting. Along with more extensive dark patterning. So something in the north does it. It looks like mutated penis. Oh, I mean... Oh, no. Now that you say the veins and everything, I can't not see that. But, like, it has eyes and a mouth. It's a toad. It's a toad. Adorable little wood frog. It's not actually a toad, just looks like a toad, but it's a frog. That's wild. It's just a frog that looks like a toad. That's why it's a wood frog. Wait, light colored stripe along the upper jaw. In length for metamorphosis. The mating call is a quick series of duck-like quacks. Wait, what? Wait, it can quack like a duck? I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, just look past the back. Yeah, I just have to look past it. But also it can quack. Well, a series of duck-like quacks. Wow. The wood frog is typically active from April through October in the north. The onset of annual activity is later. The annual activity period is shorter. Alice Call records showed a defined peak in mid to late April. Huh. Males... Oh, here we go. Mating is concentrated in a 1 to 2 week period. Males, which tend to outnumber females at breeding sites, crowd together, construct females, and scramble for access to limited mates during the short mating period. Oh, they're just scrambling to get a girl. Oh, the females like globular masses. Those we can see above. Those are very globular. Breeding occurs so early in the spring that refreezing of shallow water can result in extensive egg mortality. Not extensive egg mortality. Oh, wow. Following metamorphosis, juveniles reach maturity in approximately 2 to 3 years, and lifespan extends up to 5 years. Oh, wow. Frogs spend longer as tadpoles than I thought. The wood frog is freeze tolerant and survives freezing temperatures during overwintering by increasing the level of glucose in its blood. Oh, it's a crypto protectant. A cryo, not a crypto protectant. I mean, we should have crypto protectants. But it acts as a cryoprotectant, antifreeze, and prevents water from freezing. Does it turn blue too? No, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't say. The species is active during the day and night, and its diet consists of a wide variety of insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates. Common predators include eastern gardener snakes, northern raccoons, and hawks. Oh wow, hawks have taste for these toads. Oh wow, more of their globular eggs. Egg costs be wildin' so hard we adopted. Man, eggs are going up in price, and I'm not happy about it. The wood frog is closely associated with deciduous and boreal forests, or boreal forests, but also found north of the tree line in the tundra. Wait, what? It's found in the tundra? That's wild. In the Hudson Bay lowlands, this species inhabits open and forested peat bogs. Oh, like Ursaluna. And wet meadows. It typically breeds in shallow, less than 1 meter deep. Oh wow, that is shallow. Fish-free, ephemeral, temporary wetlands within or near forested areas. And may also breed in flooded ditches, road ruts, ponds, and shallow bays of water. Oh. The wood frog uses terrestrial habitats outside of the mating period and overwinters on land by shallowly burrowing in a leaf litter. Whoa, these things are neat. Wood frogs can occasionally persist in semi-urban woodlots. They have access to a breeding pond to complete their life cycle and sufficient forest ground for successfully overwinter. Wow, this thing is neat. Just had to say that twice. Mostly well distributed amphibian in North America. Oh wait, the most widely distributed amphibian in North America. Wow. And most of the species distribution is in Canada. Oh, so this is the Canadian frog, almost. You just call it the American, not the American Canadian frog, you just call it the Canadian frog. Although only, the wood frog is from every province and territory in Canada. Oh wow, it's everywhere in Canada, although only just in southern Nunavut. It also has been introduced to the island of Newfoundland. Oh, so it might be invasive to Newfoundland. Oh wow. Whoa, this thing is everywhere in Canada. Huh. Historically, the wood frog probably has had a continuous distribution throughout southwestern Ontario, given historical and recent records from adjoining regions in Michigan, Ontario. Oh wow, this thing's just spreading. As a so-called common species, the wood frog may be overlooked and underreported because of its apparent commonness. Oh, I never even thought that could happen. Future efforts should continue to report wood frog observations in southern regions to monitor impacts of rapidly changing environment. Huh, on this species. Neat. Oh, look at him. He's so tiny. It's weird seeing just a frog on a wood. Because it's like, usually I'm used to seeing them near water. But like, it is called the wood frog for a reason. It's just like a froggy toad. Or a toady frog. It's a toady frog. They should have called it a toady frog. Spring peeper? Oh my gosh, look at this frog. I love how they just have it on flowers and it's called the spring peeper. This looks like a spring peeper. This is a silly little frog. Why is it so silly? I don't know why it's so silly. Like look at it reach up with that little smirk. And then this was just on a dandelion being like, I like flowers. They're silly. It's just, look at its peepers. The spring peeper is a small frog that grows up to 4 centimeters in length. It's just a small frog. Squingus is a very accurate term for this dude. Juveniles and adults range in color from tan to gray, rusty brown, or dark brown. A conspicuous dark X-shaped marking on the back or a triangular V-shaped marking on the head between its eyes are almost always present. What? It's like the anime frog? Oh wait, yeah, you can kind of see an X or a V there. Whoa. Between the head and eyes. That's wild. The hind limbs have crossbands and dark stripe extends from the snout through the eye and partway down the side of the groin. The belly is white or cream color and the inner thighs are light to dark yellow. The skin is granular in texture. The toes have small but obvious pads and the hind feet lack webbing. Wait, there's no webbing on the hind feet. Whoa. I like this little squingus. Young tadpoles are tan with dark mottling on the head and tail with a clear fin. Tadpoles typically grow to 3 or 4 centimeters. The mating call is a high-pitched repeated peep? They literally peep! They're peepers! They're just a high-pitched and repeated peep! Spring peepers produce a musical trilling call when they first begin calling or during conflicts between males. Oh, well that got a little darker, but like, oh my gosh, they literally just go peep peep. They look like they just go peep peep. What a precious little frog this is. The spring peeper can be mistaken for the western chorus frog or boreal chorus frog. Spring peeper usually has a distinctive X-shaped pattern on the back. Okay, so that pattern on the back and a broad snout and body shape. It is a very broad dude. It's like built. Like, kind of reminds me of like Danny DeVito built. He's a stout dude. Best frog so far. Yeah, this frog is pretty great. I like this frog. Its name is really nice. Also, its scientific name is like Pseudacris crucifer, which is just kind of metal. It like contrasts with spring peeper. Oh, this is a great frog. This is a great frog. Compares chorus frogs with 3 stripes along the back and body that tapers to a more pointed snout. I'm really intrigued to see a chorus frog now. The trilling call of a spring peeper, which can easily be mistaken for the call of both chorus frog species, is higher pitched than theirs and tends to occur only intermittently. So it's just, these frogs are just so high pitched. I love this guy. Spring peeper is typically active from April through October. In the north, the onset of annual activity is later and the annual activity period is shorter. Okay. Atlas calling records peaked from mid-April through May. Males sometimes call outside of mating season, typically in the late summer and early autumn, which the slight increase in Atlas calling records in September demonstrate. Huh. During amphiplex, females lay 200 to 1,500 eggs singly or in small clusters. Oh, they can lay them singly? That's new. It's not in like the... What were they describing them before? How did they describe it? Globular masses. So they don't lay frogs in globular masses like the other frogs, but clusters or singularly. Oh, look at just hanging out on this little branch. It's just little peepers. I love them. Early stage embryos are dark brown to black on top and white cream colored. Eggs develop rapidly and hatch in 1 to 3 weeks, depending on water temperature. Tadpoles transform into frogs after 2 or 3 months. Wait, they get pretty quick. Following metamorphosis, juveniles reach maturity in 1 or 2 years. The lifespan of individuals extend up to 4 years. The smaller they are, the just less they live for. Spring peeper is freeze tolerant and survives freezing and temperature during overwintering. Oh, so it can do that too. Prevents water from freezing inside the cells. Yeah, the antifreeze. The species is primarily active at night. Oh, it's nocturnal. Its diet includes a wide variety of insects and other invertebrates, such as spiders and mites. Oh, mites. We haven't seen mites before. Predators of these small frogs include gardener snakes, predatory fish, and large aquatic insects. Wait, large aquatic insects? Oh my. Such as giant water guts and predaceous diving beetles? No! These poor little guys. The species broods in a wide variety of shallow, open canopy aquatic habitats, such as vernal pools, beaver ponds, marshes, bogs, swamps, ponds, and around temporary edges of lakes. Aww. Spring peepers inhabit forested areas, usually within a few hundred meters of the breeding sites and within a few meters of their ground. Huh. Spring peeper is found throughout the eastern half of the United States, except in southern Florida, and as far west as Minnesota and the northern eastern Texas. Wow. Species is widespread in eastern Canada. Huh. This is the part where the chat starts sleeping. It's true. But not like this. Especially from them just getting eaten. Oh my god, I need to stop highlighting things because it messes up. But I just like highlighting things. It's likely... Wait. This is likely a slight underestimate of the species' northern range boundary in Ontario, so they can be further along. Anything interesting in Atlas trends? Records external to the Atlas have confirmed the spring peeper as far north as the Hudson Bay lowlands at 55 degrees north latitude in Ontario, vicinity of Peawanuck, Kenora District, and Sutherland Personal Communication. Wait, is that personal communication a place? I don't think that's a place. The loud and unmistakable call of the spring peeper makes it unlikely to go undetected during the spring mating period. Oh, okay. So basically, we can tell when they're mating. They're not quiet. look at that. It's making the peep sound. They're so funny and so tiny. I like them. Oh, whoa. The boreal chorus frog looks neat. Like the green one here? The boreal chorus frog is a small frog that grows 3 centimeters. Oh my gosh, it's tiny. Individuals range in color from brown, tan, gray, orange, green, orange, or olive. Oh my gosh, they do have a large variety of colors. The stripes are often broken into blotches or spots. The species has a white stripe along the upper lip, dark stripes or blotches on the hind legs, and dark stripe that extends from the snout. I like this thing. It's interesting. I like the peeper frog more though. The peeper frog is just the peeper frog. How can you not like the peeper frog? The boreal chorus frog can easily be mistaken for the western chorus frog and the spring peeper. Chorus frogs are best differentiated by their geographic location, though there is still uncertainty regarding the relative distribution of the boreal chorus frog and the western chorus frog in southeastern Ontario. The call of the boreal chorus frog is shorter and faster than that of the western chorus frog at the same temperature. Though this difference can be difficult to distinguish by ear. The spring peeper usually has an X shape. Yeah, we know about the spring peeper. The spring peeper typically broadcasts a high-pitched repeated peep call. So basically it's easy to tell it's not a spring peeper. Yeah, the beaver frog's the winner, has yet to be contested. It's so true. That it might just be, it just might claim the frog slash toad crown, but we'll see. We haven't seen the boreal, well, no, this is the boreal chorus frog. We haven't seen the other chorus frog, the western chorus frog. Maybe the west makes the big difference. We don't know. There is a big difference between eastern and western civilizations, but like maybe that'll reflect in frogs, specifically boreal frogs. They're typically active from late April through mid-September. Males gather and call from shallow water during mating season to attract females. Non-calling or satellite males may position themselves near vigorously calling males to intercept attractive females. Oh, they mentioned that. They mentioned that other places, and that's so funny. They just wait, not doing any of the work themselves. They're just like calling the females over, and on the way, they're just frogs like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then just steal their girl. That's so funny. Oh, those poor frogs. They don't know what they're doing. Wait, the mating call is a series of short ascending trills resembling the sound made by running a finger along the teeth of a comb. Wait, I think I might have a comb somewhere. Do I have a comb somewhere near me? I do have a comb. I can make that noise. Here we go. This is the sound of a boreal chorus frog. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, so that's how it sounds. That is distinct. Interesting. I'm really intrigued to see how the mic picks that up later, but we'll move on from that. The chorus frogs are differentiated by geographic location. We read that. 100. Wait, whoa! During amplexus, females lay 150 to 800 eggs in small clusters. That's not a lot of eggs comparatively. Jeez. Oh, whoops. Interesting. Oh, this is such a neat color scheme. It looks like a gardener stake head, just with legs and feet. It's weird. The masses are 10 to 20 centimeters wide. Okay. Eggs develop rapidly, reach maturity, yada yada yada. They're also freeze tolerant. Neat, neat, neat. Oh wait, they eat centipedes. Interesting. Predators of these small frogs likely include snakes, larger frogs, and wading birds. They don't want to say the American bullfrog, but we all know it's the American bullfrog. They're ravenous little bullies. Big bullies, actually. Boreal chorus frog breeds in small, shallow open canopy, temporary or permanent fish-free wetlands with short grassy vegetation such as wet meadows, swamps, thicket swamps, marshes, glacial ponds. Ooh, glacial ponds, bog ponds, beaver ponds, a lot of ponds. Wait, tundra? Whoa. For breeding, they also use human-made wetlands. Neat. Overwintering occurs underground mammal burrows. Huh. Range. The boreal chorus frog is found across a large swath of central North America. Well, what do you know? Its small size, camouflage, short calling period, and the remoteness of population in North Ontario make the boreal chorus frog difficult to detect outside of the early spring calling and mating season. So we literally don't. It's literally really hard to find if this thing just like appears during its like non-mating season. I guess that's what they meant by it's not like they're not sure. People, we just gotta explore the trails. Western chorus frog. Whoa, it's like so brown. It's like so brown comparatively. It looks like a depressed version of just the normal chorus frog. What happened when the boreal chorus frog went west? It got depressed. Oh. The western chorus frog. Oh, whoa, I disappeared. There we go. The western chorus frog is small, growing to 3 centimeters in length. Oh, wow, it is small. Visuals range in color from brown, tan, or gray. Oh, it doesn't even turn green. Oh, it's so cute though. Look at how small it is. It's like bulbous body. Often broken blotches or spots. Species has a white stripe along the upper lip, dark stripes or blotches on the hind legs, and dark stripes that extend from the snout through the eye and partway down the sides of the groin. It does have a pointy snout. That's kind of cute, though. Yeah, the spring peeper clears it, though. Tadpoles typically grow 3 to 4 centimeters. Mating call is a series of short ascending trills resembling the sound made by running a finger along the teeth of a comb. Oh, so like the same as the other boreal frog or chorus frog. One's not a boreal chorus frog, it's a western chorus frog. So I guess when you take it out of the boreal forest, it gets suppressed and turns brown. The western chorus frog can be mistaken for the boreal chorus frog and spring peeper. Chorus frogs are best differentiated by their geographic location, though there is still uncertainty regarding the distribution. Yeah, we know about this. They're active typically from mid-March through early November. Oh wait, that's like cold. Males calling records peaked from April through May. Males occasionally call outside of the mating period, typically in the late summer and early autumn. Okay. Males gather and call from shallow water during the mating season. Non-calling of satellite males appear. Those menaces. 400 to 1,500 eggs. Oh, they lay way more eggs than the other one. Maybe they're not quite as depressed as I anticipated. The western frog is freeze tolerant. Okay, yeah, interesting. Predators include small frogs, snakes, larger frogs, and wading birds. Or wading birds? I don't really know. Species breeds in small, ponds. Other natural cavities or in their cover rocks, such as logs, rocks, and leaf litter. Huh. Oh, look at him! Just look at him peek out like that. It's precious. Also, I'm covering one. Here we go. You can see it in all his glory. The little guy. Oh, what's that red thing? Is that an egg? Or just like a berry or something? Huh. There we go. Let's go down. Yes! We're on salamanders and newts. We've officially finished the frog section. And now we're moving on to the newt section. The salamanders and newts section. And oh my gosh, I'm excited. I love salamanders and newts. They're just lizards, top favorite animals. I just love the little guys. They're just funny. And salamanders are basically lizards. They're just built like lizards, but just also slimy. They're just frogs, but you just stretch them out and cut off their leg. Okay, that's not a good description of salamanders. They're just lizards without scales, basically. And I like that. Or they're just worms with arms and legs and eyes and mouths. I guess worms have mouths because they eat dirt. But look at them. I love that orange one. It looks so cool. And the one at the bottom is the salamanders, or like the salamanders I've caught before. Oh, salamanders are so cool. It's just crazy just finding them in the wild, being like, whoa, a lizard. Because listen, like, I'm so jealous of like other countries that just have random lizards just scurrying around. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. It's like there's just a lizard in your house and it's a common thing. That's wild. Oh, lizards are just cool. I think I've said that like 3 times or 4 times. I've made a little too much, but here we go. Let's look at the salamanders. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the Jefferson salamander. That's the one we start on. So this is the dark one right here, the Jefferson salamander. Oh no, it's endangered. I don't like that. It's federally endangered, but not internationally endangered. Interesting. And provincially endangered. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, let's read about the Jefferson salamander. The Jefferson salamander is medium-sized and can reach 20 centimeters in length. Oh, that's pretty big. Adults are gray to brown with varying amounts of blue fleckling and spotting along the sides, although some individuals show little to no blue patterning. The belly is dark gray with a lighter gray around the vent. The snout, limbs, and toes are proportionally long compared to those of other Andystoma salamanders. Oh, just has long limbs. Snout is slightly square and the tail is strongly laterally compressed. Interesting. The species is 12 to 14. Coastal grooves, typically 13. Juveniles are light gray to brown and have small diffuse blue to yellow spots. The larvae are generally gray-brown and have yellow mottling. Oh, interesting. Oh, similar species. The Jefferson salamander can be confused with the blue-spotted salamander, smallmouth salamander, and unisexual ambystoma salamanders. Interesting. The blue-spotted salamander has a round snout, is gray-black, and has varying amounts of blue fleckling and spotting concentrated along the sides of the abdomen, limbs, and tail. The Jefferson salamander are relatively longer, if it has a more uniform gray-brown color. Okay, anything interesting? This is just the appearance. What about its biology? The Jefferson salamander is active from late March to early October. Okay. It migrates to breeding wetlands on rainy nights in early spring. Ah, don't we all just love rainy nights in spring? It's a nice vibe. Often moving over snowbanks and the icy edges of thawing ponds, adults can migrate several hundred meters between overwintering and breeding. Oh wow, these guys just are on a mission. Okay, let's not read about spermatophores. Eggs hatch 3 to 4 weeks later, and larvae transforms into terrestrial juveniles in late summer and early autumn. Females and males sometimes skip reproduction and may breed only every few years. Wow. They just don't care sometimes. I respect that. Little information is available on the longevity of this species. What? Given it has a very high rate of annual survival, a lifespan of at least 10 years is likely? Whoa. These things live long. I guess salamanders, there are legends of salamanders living like very long time, so checks out. Alpha juveniles spend most of their time in underground burrows and cavities, so are difficult to find in summer and autumn. These salamanders emerge again in the cool and damp conditions of autumn. Same. That's when I go outside a lot of the time. Presumably for pre-winter feeding and movement to overwintering sites, juvenile adults eat insects, spiders, and other terrestrial invertebrates, whereas the larvae prey on aquatic insects, microcrustaceans, small tadpoles. Why is microcrustaceans funny to me? Small tadpoles, and occasionally each other. They're cannibals. Well, that's a little, that's less wholesome than I thought it would be, so, let's go to the next thing. Okay, habitat. The Jefferson salamander inhabits deciduous and mixed forests, typically within a few hundred meters of breeding pond. Small mammal burrows, leaf litter, and covered objects such as logs, rocks are important microhabitats that species use for foraging and shelter. The species breeds in vernal ponds and shallow fish-free permanent wetlands. Wow. I like them. Oh, the blue spotted salamander. Whoa, it actually does have blue. Oh my gosh, you can see the little baby. Oh my gosh. Look at these little axolotl looking dudes. I mean, axolotls are kind of literally just big versions of salamander babies, but oh my gosh. What a precious little child. Man, the blue speckling looks really cool. I see why they call it the blue spotted salamander, because like what else do you call it? It is what it is. That's how it looks. Wait, can I zoom in? Oh yeah, why don't I just zoom in? Be a little bigger. I'll move here. There we go. In the same period, occupancy, Jefferson was first confirmed in Ontario in the mid-1970s. Species' secretive behavior, long lifespan, and complex genetic affiliations with other ambystoma species. See unisexual ambystoma salamander species account. Okay, I'm really intrigued about this unisexual ambystoma salamander species. Make confirming whether the historical scores represent true recent absences difficult. Huh. So they're like, yeah, it's similar. We don't know. It's yeah. Blue spotted salamander. Oh wait, I didn't move on yet. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's just a dude. Oh wait, did you know? Oh, I don't know. What are you imparting with me? Atlas of Ontario amphibians and reptiles. When threatened, blue-spotted salamanders will raise and wave their tails. This behavior presumably attracts the predator towards the tail, rather than the salamander's more vital head and body. Oh yeah, the classic salamanders regrow their tails, like, ability. I always forget about that. Well, I remember now, but like, that was because I was triggered. Also, I guess Slowpoke also reminds me of that. Slowpoke's kind of based on a salamander and a hippo, which is weird, but I love it because that's a fun combo. Okay, let's go to blue spot salamander. It's a medium-sized. Who would have known? It's medium-sized. Can reach 14 centimeters in total length. Wait, that actually can get pretty big. Adults are dark gray to black and have varying amounts of blue flecking, and spotting concentrated along the sides of the abdomen, limbs, and tails. Ah, I can see that. I mean, we can see the description. I actually don't have to really read a lot about the appearance unless something catches my eyes. The species is 11 to 13. Coastal grooves? Like, on its, like, spine? I don't know what coastal grooves are. Aquatic larvae have feathery gills behind the head, like the axolotl. They're adorable. I'm glad they showed a little picture of their larvae. Similar species, the blue spot salamander can be fused with the Jefferson salamander, smallmouth salamander, and unisexual ambystoma salamanders, but aren't they like, they have blue speckling? The Jefferson salamander has a light, slightly square snout, long limbs and toes, and pale patterning, if present at all. Small salamander has a short, yeah, I don't have to read about that. Also, my voice is like dying. I've been reading too much. Well, let me drink some tea. And we're finally on salamanders. I've waited so long. I mean, I love the frog. Peeper's frog, definitely the best one. Definitely the best one. Oh, that's nice on the throat. Wait, how long have I been reading? Oh, it's only been 2 hours. I can go to at least 4. Although, this is a lot of talking. I just have to talk with the back of my throat, like this. Oh, it has a very round snout. We know that. We know that. Whoa, wait. Whereas a small salamander typically has 15, unisexual ambystoma salamanders can overlap in body size, proportion, and coloration. Huh. Blue spotted salamander, Jefferson salamander, and unisexual ambystoma salamanders overlap in a region from north shore of Lake Erie. Oh, they overlap in just Lake Erie. The North Shore specifically. The blue spotted salamander and blue spotted salamander dependent populations of unisexual salamanders. Interesting. What? They really making me curious about this ambystoma salamander species count. Are active from early March to late November, depending on latitude. Atlas records demonstrate multiple peaks that coincide with spring migration and breeding, the larval development period and terrestrial activity of juveniles and adults in summer, and post-metamorphic dispersal and autumn movement. Huh. Same about thawed spring rains. Migrate to breeding wetlands. Males begin courting females and deposit packets of sperm. Oh, okay, good to know. Little information is available to the longevity of this species. Oh, like the other one. Interesting. At least 6 to 10 years is likely. Like the other one, they spend most of their time in ground burrows and cavities, so are difficult to find summer and early autumn. They emerge again in the cool and damp conditions of autumn. Like the other one, predators of adult blue spot salamanders include owls, snakes, striped skunks. I guess the skunks just like the salamander taste. I wasn't expecting that. Northern raccoons and ground foraging birds, such as ruffled grouse and wild turkeys. Oh wow. Those wild turkeys just like salamanders. And that's why we eat turkeys. Just because we support the salamanders. Blue spotted salamander inhabits deciduous and mixed forests, typically within a few hundred meters of a breeding pond. That makes sense. Small mammal burrows, leaf litter, and cover objects such as logs and rocks are important microhabitats that species use for foraging and shelter. Oh, they sometimes found beneath wood piles and other debris in rural backyards. That's fun. You just move some wood and you just find a salamander. It's like a fun surprise. Species breeds in rider shell and fish-free habitats, including vernal ponds, permanent wetlands, and even roadside ditches. Wow. Oh, look at it. It's so tiny. He's just a chill dude. Do we even know about this? Oh, I'm blocking the one. Look at that. Beautiful blue color. So speckled. Oh. This looks so... It looks like a... I don't know. It's just shiny. With some blue. Marble. It looks like blue marble or something. It kind of looks like it's a rock that was like... carved. Or soapstone. Soapstone. It looks like glazed soapstone. Oh, whoa, the spotted salamander. This one's a classic one. Look at the yellow, bright yellow spots. Oh, this thing's classic. I wonder what it's gonna say about the appearance. Oh, look at it. Looks like it's fake. Like someone put the spots on it. They don't look real. Spotted salamander is relatively bulky, medium-sized salamander that can grow up to 20 centimeters in total length. Oh, it can be a big boy. Although most individuals do not exceed 15 centimeters, large juveniles and adults are dark gray to black and distinct yellow spots on the back, sides, tail, head, and legs. Spots on the head can range from yellow to dark orange. Adults rarely lack spots. Oh, so it's really rare that they don't lack spots. Motivational lizard. It's just, you can have flecks of gold. Belly and lower side ranges in color from light to dark gray. Oh. I like how just all of them, they just rarely don't have the yellow spots. It's just weird if they don't. Does it even say something about similar species? The blue spot salamander and Jefferson salamander, as well as, oh yeah, unisexual and Bistoma salamanders. What are these things? I'm so intrigued. Are similar in shape, general proportion of the spot salamander, but their spots are blue. Yeah, that makes sense, rather than yellow or orange, so it checks out. And they're generally smaller in body. I like how they're just like, yeah, they just... No other salamanders in Canada have distinct yellow spots. There we go, there's the truth. Then why can't I see it? If that's a lizard, then why can't I see it? No, it's not a lizard, it's a salamander. Wait a minute. Are you trying to say salamanders are invisible? Or chameleon? That was a very, very bad thing for that. Oh, okay, that checks out. Yeah, that's... If it was a lizard, you wouldn't be able to see it. But since it's a salamander, we can see it. Man, they're just so yellow though, the spots. Aquatic larvae of various amphibia salamanders are difficult to distinguish from another. Interesting. Spotted salamanders active from late March to early November. In the northern part of the range, the onset of annual activity is later, and the annual activity period is shorter. Huh. I've never found one of these in the wild. I've only ever seen them in zoos or like places that had animals. Adults typically migrate over several hundred meters between overwintering and breeding sites, where they gather in shallow waters and males deposit packets of... Oh yeah, okay. 1 to 250 eggs, huh? Swallow this... Oh, egg masses which swallow to the size and shape of a tennis ball. What? Those are huge egg masses. Large stage egg masses may also be bright green due to the development of symbiotic algae. Whoa, see, solar powered salamander? What? Salamanders can be solar powered by like symbiotic algae? That needs to be a Pokemon. How has that not been a Pokemon yet? That's awesome. Has there never been a salamander Pokemon? It literally could be water grass, and it could be about algae. Solar powered salamander. That's so cool. Into terrestrial juveniles by the end of the summer. Although, yeah. After mating season, adults spend most of their time in underground burrows and cavities. This classic salamander like lifestyle. Merge again in cool, damp autumn. Classic salamander just behavior. Juvenile and adult spotted salamanders eat a variety of insects and other invertebrates. Larval spotted salamanders are carnivorous. Oh, and eat aquatic insects and other invertebrates, tadpoles, and occasionally each other again. And maiming and cannibalism occur when they are confined at high densities. Oh, they went further with that and added maiming and cannibalism. They just outright said it. Oh my. Oh, this salamander is hardcore. Jeez. Just occurred to you that Woomy's gone, so it's up to you to quiz you on random biodiversity. It's true. They fell asleep to the sweet sound of random herpetology facts. I can't blame them. And you can't listen to herpetology facts forever because, like, that's just heaven. That's literally what happens when you go to heaven. Or just any kind of afterlife. It's just all herpetology facts. That's a very stupid sound. Ah, yes. Wait, where is it? Here we go. Spotted salamanders are carnivorous and eat aquatic insects and other invertebrates, tadpoles, and occasionally each other. And maiming and cannibalism occur when they are confined at high densities. Predators of adults include owls, striped skunks again. So why do skunks just crave salamander? That's interesting. Northern raccoons and snakes. I guess raccoons, specifically northern raccoons. Do like the southern raccoons just not crave salamander? Interesting. Oh, if it's an SCP, the vibes he brings are anomalous. I think that's a compliment. I actually have never looked into the meaning of SCP, but I've never seen it used in a really negative manner, so like, aw. Do I want to look that up? Oh no, but the facts, the animal facts, further research must be conducted. Oh no, I'm getting researched as I research other reptiles. It's coming full circle right again. Spotted salamander lives in deciduous and mixed forests. Oh, like the other ones, typically within a few hundred meters of a breeding pond. Okay, common salamander behavior. Debris in rural backgrounds, that's normal salamander behavior. Burrows, root cavities. Oh wait, spotted salamander overwinters underground below the frost line. Is that new? I can't remember. Anything else besides they're just a hardcore nature when they're overcrowded? I guess just family goes out the window when they overcrowd, and that's terrifying. Historical records are also widespread in southern Ontario. Clusters of historical squares on the Niagara Peninsula along the northwestern shore of Lake Ontario and Prince Edward County may be representative of ongoing development and habitat destruction throughout these areas. Oh. That's depressing. Okay. What's the next set? Whoa! Oh, here we go! The solar-powered salamander! Wait. SCP refers to a fictional branch of the government that's unknown to the public. Oh wait, I might have got SCP mixed up with something else then, because that's not what I always thought it was close to. It contains anomalous entities and they keeps the general public blissfully ignorant of the reality-affecting entities that live under your noses. Well, I am telling you about salamanders and reptiles, which are just reality-bending entities into themselves. So I think I'm technically doing the opposite of what that is right now. Because then I wouldn't be telling you about the solar-powered salamander, which is something I really am really curious about. Late-stage spotted salamander embryos sharing their egg capsules and perhaps their tissues with the algal symbiote. Symbiont? That's so cool! That literally is a Pokemon. Like that's literally a grass-type Pokemon, for clarification. Although, by telling you about the reptilian ones, I am failing to inform you about all the other insectoid or mammalian ones. Those are another time, though. The energy that fuels life on Earth comes in a large part of the sun. Sunlight supplies energy directly to plants through photosynthesis, which most people who've taken science know about, or indirectly to animals through their consumption of plants and animals. Surprisingly, the spotted salamander can obtain energy in both ways. That's actually so cool. Gelatinous egg masses of the spotted salamander are a familiar sight to pond visitors in the early spring. As their development progresses, the egg clusters become even more conspicuous because of their increasingly brilliant green color brought about by algal growth. The algae form in association with the eggs of the spotted salamander have been known for the past 130 years. Whoa! Research in the past decade has revealed the complexity of this interaction. That's wild. Anything anomalous classifies as an SCP, because chances are they've already confined it and therefore claimed it. Oh my. That's cool. That's kind of cool. What other SCP things are there? Now I'm curious. Is that why we don't know what Bigfoot is? Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial interaction between two different organisms. Classic symbiosis. Corals, for example, are a symbiotic relationship between invertebrate animals, Synardia, and algae. Dinoflagellata. That's what algae is called? Wow, that's hilarious. This algae-salamander relationship is also one of symbiosis. Green algae fuels its growth by using sunlight combined with the carbon dioxide nitrogen waste product produced by the embryonic salamander. In turn, the algae provide oxygen to the salamander host and may inhibit bacterial invasion and bacterial growth on the salamander egg. Both species benefit. Experimental research comparing the effects on salamander eggs of the presence or absence of the algae demonstrated the presence of the algae promotes faster embryonic growth, reduced development time, larger size at hatching, synchronized hatching, and enhanced survival. That's wild. It's literally just symbiosis, which is what they're saying it is. So it checks out. The symbiotic relationship gets even more interesting. Algae can live in association with embryonic salamanders by occupying the egg capsule, ectosymbiosis, but algae are also capable of living within the salamander's tissues and cells? What? For algae living within the salamander tissues, the benefits are increased. Algae can transfer supplemental nutrients, carbon produced from photosynthesis, to the salamander host, and the salamander incorporates these nutrients into tissue in at least the early stages of life. This is literally just a grass type Pokemon. Like, it's literally just a grass type in real life. This is so neat. I've never heard of this before. This is... whoa. Many questions remain about... you could use this in creature design. Many questions remain about the seemingly unique association between algae and vertebrate animal. For instance, where do salamanders acquire algae from? Does algae originate in the environment, and does it always get passed along from mother to offspring? How and for how long can algae live inside the body of salamanders, and what function do they serve, if any, for terrestrial juveniles and adults that spend most of their lives underground in darkness? Oh, okay. This is wild. This definitely, you know, I was joking before about the talking about reality bending entities, but I think we've gotten a glimpse of a type of reality bending entity right here. Also, yeah, that's just a Pokemon. It's not Pokemon fan, it's a Pokemon. It really is. This thing is wild. I didn't know, like, algae could have this kind of symbiosis with anything. It's literally in its cells. Is that even like a different creature at that point? That's wild. Whoa. Yeah, they're just still confused about it. The relation between the spotted salamander and symbiotic algae has broad interesting research applications, from coevolution between organisms to ecological interactions. The spotted salamander is not truly solar powered, of course, but these amphibians certainly get an early boost in life from photosynthetic organism living within or in association with them. Now that's just cool. Isn't nature weird like that? Thank you, Patrick Moldowan. I appreciate you imparting me with this knowledge that I will use to draw up a Pokemon at some point. Because how can I not? That's sick. Look at them. They look like cute little fish things. They're just all like floating around in their little algae bubbles. I wonder if you could do like a convergent Dewpider evolution that's grass water. And not even bug type with something like this. But instead of like a spider, it's a salamander type thing. Because it's also still in a bubble. I'm cooking. Oh my gosh, the smallmouth salamander. Look at its mouth. It's so small. That expression's like, he looks so sad. Also, it looks like the blue spotted salamander. Wow. Okay, I see why they include this together. It's medium size and can reach 14 centimeters in total length. Although there is one defining factor, which I guess why it's changed like that. Bro, it looks like Gray Slop. They put Krabby Patties the one time. I know what you're talking about, and like you're fairly accurate with that like assessment of its appearance. It looks like you could just, this one specifically, you could just play it like an accordion. They look so like, The species has 14 to 16 coastal grooves. That's the most we've seen out of each of these salamanders. Belly ranges from dark gray to black. Species has a stocky build, approximately small head that is indistinct from the neck. Oh my gosh, they have no neck. Its head is its neck. These are like this is like the virgin smallmouth salamander versus the Chad blue spotted salamander. He looks very squishable, accordion style. It's good to specify that kind of squishability. Oh, these guys are so funny. Honestly, they're going up there just because of how silly and just goofy they are, but the spotted salamander's like semi-solar powered just larva. I think that one's the coolest salamander right now. Similar species. In Ontario, the smallmouth salamander occurs only on Peely Island. Wait, what? Only on Peely Island in Ontario? Why? I think there's something specific on Peely Island. What is it again? I think it's a wine. I think a vineyard's on Peely Island. Also occurs on Peely Island. However, individuals of the latter species have proportionally larger head, longer snout, darker coloration, and more pronounced blue mottling or flecking in comparison with the smallmouth salamander. What? Oh, the blue spotted salamander also occurs on Peely Island. So they are there, but they have actual heads, and these guys don't have actual heads. They're just The modeled appearance of the smallmouth salamander is similar to that of the Jefferson salamander, but the former species is proportionally smaller. I feel like they're just making fun of it because of its proportionally smaller head. Just every time they're just like, it looks similar to this salamander, but it has a proportionally smaller head. These sounds are so soothing that you must leave before you do. Random item time? Okay. Ipecac. Guess what it does? What? Ipecac? Oh my gosh. What does that even mean? Cacapi? That's it backwards. Maybe it's a cactus? It sprouts a cactus that like runs around and just spikes enemies. What? That's my guess. It spawns a cactus that runs around and enemies get caught on it and they're just stuck to it as it runs around into other enemies to make a Katamari ball. Was I close? I think I was close. I think that's exactly what it does actually. I'm getting a good sense of Isaac items now. Oh no, it's so wrong. I just know it. I just know it. Aquatic larvae, the various Abystoma salamanders are difficult to distinguish from one another. The unstriped lead-backed variant of the eastern red-backed salamander resemble juvenile smallmouth salamanders, but the two species do not co-occur on Peely Island. Oh, so because of the location, you can be like, yeah, not that. Smallmouth salamanders act from late February through October, depending on the time of spring thaw on Peely Island. Wow, it must be really easy to just look at this one because it only appears on Peely Island. It's proportionally smaller head. It's proportionally smaller head. Oh, I like this thing. It has like that pity cuteness where it's just like, oh, its head's so tiny. It's like, who you calling Pinhead? This is so derpy. It's so goofy. I like it. You know what? It's getting up there every time I see its proportionally smaller head. Usually migrates less than 100 meters between overwintering and breeding sites. After regular breeding sites, males begin courting females, and oh yeah, okay, that's not PG. The eggs hatch in aquatic larvae about 2 weeks. Individuals reach sexual maturity in 2 years. Little information is available on the longevity of this species again. Huh. And classic salamander behavior of just staying in until autumn because they don't like it. Ipecac is a medicine that forcefully upsets your stomach, causing you to throw up. What it does is it turns your shots into arguing souls balls of putrid green vomit. Man, Binding of Isaac items are just so funny sounding. I feel like some of them just completely just you don't want, but also you could be like amazing in certain situations. But it does sound like a medication now that I think about it. The medicine exists for poison control. You're not supposed to eat that. I see why you vomited up now. I see why they vomited up. Poison doesn't agree with humans usually. Unless it's capsaicin. Which poisons other animals? Or just other animals just die? I don't know if it's a poison other animals. I just like saying capsaicin. Smallmouth salamanders inhabits deciduous and mixed forests, typically within 100 meters of a breeding pond. Specifically on Portly Island. Wait, burrows of crayfish? Oh, interesting. I love crayfish. I used to catch them in the summers. Small salamanders bring shallow, ephemeral woodland ponds and fish permanent wetlands. These salamanders spend most of their time underground or under rocks, leaves, and rotting logs. Adults and juveniles overwinter underground below the frost line. Okay, it's like normal. We don't need their range. Is there anything interesting in their range? No observations of genetically confirmed smallmouth salamanders reported to the Atlas? Oh. Okay. The Atlas does have 4 records of smallmouth salamander associated unisexual salamanders in 2 squares on Peely Island. These records suggest that the smallmouth salamander is present. Oh, information from other sources confirms that the smallmouth salamander has been observed in 2 squares in Ontario, both historically and recently. Whoa, so people are like, it exists? We think. I mean, we have the data that it exists, but we're not quite sure if it exists. Okay, let's move on. Is this thing? Unisexual ambystoma salamanders. What are these things? It can be blue-spotted salamander dependent, Jefferson salamander dependent, smallmouth salamander dependent. Are they just like mixed versions of each one? A hybridization? Discovery of the ambystoma species complex. Whoa, it's a species complex. What? Poison control in the sense that if you've consumed anything that sort, drink, or shot of IPAC, you throw it up, and also you're absolutely right about the assessment of an item in the game called D4. It rerolls all of your items into random ones, which would be good if you build a scrap. Man, it sounds like delightful little chaos that you just kind of have to work around half the time. Basically, it sounds like it's just you get a surprise every level. So you need it to get rid of poison. I didn't even know you could get poison in that game. Okay, now what is this ambystoma species complex? Unusual amphibians known as unisexual ambystoma salamanders were discovered in southern Michigan nearly 90 years ago. Clanton, 1934, noted that there were 2 varieties, dark and light individuals with different biologies, in a population thought to be the Jefferson salamander. Equal numbers of males and females occurred among dark salamanders. Also, dark males mated with dark and light females, and dark females produced dark male and dark female offspring. In contrast, light salamanders were almost always female, and light females produced only light female offspring. Clanton hypothesized that the color variance resulted from hybridization of different regional populations of Jefferson salamander. Minton, researching ambystoma salamanders in Indiana, made observations similar to those Clanton made in Michigan. Whoa, interesting. To absolutely do the entire game is random every time. I need to play this game at some point. Every time I learn something new, I'm like, that sounds fun and just wacky and wild. Tentacles are always there, though. I haven't played much roguelikes either, because I like games that have endings, but The Binding of Isaac has an ending, so as long as I get to that ending, I'll be content. Yeah, I need to at least play towards the ending once. I'm gonna go. I need to check when it's available. I know it's on the 3DS eShop, but I don't have an eShop capture card. But I could still just play it. Other measurement, body size, body proportion, and attention to the coloration pattern. Minton recognized the co-occurrence of 2 ambystoma salamander species in Indiana, blue-spotted salamander and Jefferson salamander. He hypothesized that the light variants described from Michigan were hybrids of these 2 species. Uzel found that naturally occurring polypoids, individuals with more sets of chromosomes, occur within populations of blue-spotted salamander and Jefferson salamander. What is unisexual salamander? Deeper dive to ambystoma species. Wow, they're going into depth with this. It's available on Steam. It's also on the eShop for a time, but not anymore. Dang it. Oh no, there's like 10 end bosses, meaning there's 11 endings, one where you die. Oh no. I could just choose an ending, but then I'd be curious and want to choose all the endings. Well, the only game I wouldn't do that in is Undertale, because the other endings I know are depressing. I just do one pacifist run and that's it. Because I'd feel bad. The discovery of polyploidy and associated unisexuality among ambystoma salamanders, combined with advances in genetics, have since revealed that these different variants were genetically distinct all-female lineage and have been named unisexual ambystoma salamanders. The nuclear genome of unisexual ambystoma salamanders can contain genetic material from multiple salamander species. However, unisexual ambystoma salamanders share similar mitochondrial genome. Mitochondrial DNA inherited from their mother, which makes them distinct from all other ambystoma salamanders in Ontario. A shared mitochondrial genome indicates that all unisexual salamanders share an ancient common ancestor rather than having arisen through a more recent hybridization event between sexually reproducing ambystoma species. What the? Now this is this is wild. You can kill every end boss in a run if you get monstrously lucky, but you can only get one ending at a time. Oh, interesting. Huh. Once you get one ending, the run ends and you gotta go through the whole thing again. Whoa, so it doesn't end if you beat a boss and you just keep on going. Wait, so then how do you make it end? Shared mitochondrial. They share an ancient common ancestor rather than arising through a more recent hybridization? That's crazy. Molecular research indicates the unisexual ambystoma salamanders have existed for approximately 500 years, making them the most ancient unisexual vertebrates known. What the? Additional historical content about unisexual ambystoma salamanders can be found in and within side panels. What is a unisexual salamander and a deeper dive into ambystoma species complex? What is polyploidy? Well, we'll get to those at some point, I guess. Did I miss those? No. Man, Soulcloud Salamander was so cool. When you kill the end box, you get a giant chest. Climbing inside the chest will trigger the boss's ending. And it gives you the option. You can continue the run past if you want. Oh, so you can just decide to end it every time you beat a boss. Okay, that makes it easier then. Man, these things are wild. They just mix, but they're also like related to an ancient species. Did you know? In the United States, 2 other species may also be involved in the ambystoma species complex. Dreamside salamander and tiger salamander. Whoa. Unisexual ambystoma salamanders incorporate genetic material from ambystoma salamander species that they live alongside. Thus, the appearance of unisexual ambystoma salamanders varies depending on their genetic makeup. That's just crazy. On the Ontario mainland, the appearance of unisexual salamanders can be intermediate between Jefferson salamander and blue spot salamander, or closely resemble other species. They literally just... they're like changelings. On Pelee Island, unisexual salamanders can be intermediate between the smallmouth salamander and blue spotted salamander, which is how they know that smallmouth salamanders exist there. Closely resemble either species, given their high variable appearance. Unisexual ambystoma salamanders are difficult to reliably distinguish by appearance from the ambystoma species that they live alongside of. That's crazy. In general, unisexual ambystoma salamanders are medium sized, can reach up to 20 centimeters in total length. And they're whatever. If you kill an end boss, they'll spawn giant chest, climb into... oh, I read that. I want to climb into a boss chest, that sounds fun. Unisexual ambystoma salamanders can be easily mistaken for blue spotted salamander, Jefferson salamander, and salamander. Well, I wonder why. Cannot be reliably distinguished from these species without genetic testing. So literally they're like, yeah, if you see it, it could literally be it. We don't know without testing it. And their body is based on their genetic makeup. All of these traits are often overlap between multiple genomic combinations across Ontario. This is a crazy species. And they just go like any other one. Between wetlands on rainy nights and early spring, often moving over snowbanks. Owls typically migrate several hundred meters between overwintering breeding sites. Anything? Oh. Sometimes incorporate resulting in offspring with more than 2 sets of chromosomes. See, what is a unisexual salamander? Each female will attach several small gelatinous egg masses, approximately 30 eggs, each to submerged sticks and other vegetation. Although the number of eggs across populations of unisexual ambystoma salamanders. Man, this is crazy. Little information is available on the longevity of unisexual salamanders. Okay, makes sense. To get to an end boss, you gotta go through about 6 floors of challenge and preparation to get an item room, a shop, and a boss. It's not an end boss. You get an item for killing. Ooh. So you gotta, like, prioritize. And if you, like, know there's certain bosses coming up, just read their things. Oh gosh, my throat's starting to die. Oh, here we go. What is a unisexual salamander? Well, let's find out. After I stretch. Oh my gosh, how is it already 11:32? I honestly thought I'd get bored of this after 2 hours, but I just forgot to realize that I actually do like reptiles and amphibians and just like looking at pictures. I thought I'd just get bored and look at the pictures, but there's a lot of interesting just stuff to read. All the items you were offered are completely random, so you gotta run with what you got unless you want a hard restart. Same time zone moment. Literally though. It's like, oh, I should probably go to bed because I'm going places tomorrow, but like I want to get to the turtles, but I don't think I'm gonna get to the turtles today. I'm probably gonna get to the lizards or the skinks at least. I mean, those are the lizards. I'll probably finish up the salamanders and then read the rest at some other time because I want to know. I'm curious. I just want to know all of what Ontario has to offer amphibian and reptile wise. Oh, we can wait. We can read about the amphibians this stream, and then the reptiles another stream. Like, it doesn't have to be a fever stream. Actually, no, it's funny as a fever stream, because it's like, why? Okay, what is a unisexual salamander? I'm so intrigued. The blue-spotted salamander, Jefferson salamander, and smallmouth salamander are 3 species of ambystoma salamanders that occur in Ontario and are in the ambystoma species complex. The population of these species include both females and males that reproduce sexually, the same way as other salamanders in Ontario. Mixed into these populations, however, is an odd phenomenon. Unisexual meaning one sex. Oh, so it's the female salamanders that have different colors that they observed. With rare exceptional unisexual ambystoma salamanders exist as female-only populations that live alongside the sexually reproducing ambystoma species. So they just procreate with another species, being a just female-only species. That's crazy. Unisexual salamanders rely on the males of sexually reproducing species as sperm donors, but in an unusual way. Rather than using sperm to fertilize their eggs, unisexual salamanders simply use the sperm to initiate the development of young embryonic development. Wait, what? Unisexual females typically produce female offspring that share the genetic material of their mother, rather than offspring that have genetic contributions from a female and a male parent. And all offspring are genetically identical to the mother, clones. The genetic material from the sperm, however, will occasionally be incorporated, resulting in an additional set of chromosomes and elevated ploidy. See a deeper dive into the ambystoma species. This is complicated stuff. That's a misshaped Oh no. Anyway, you're gonna go out. Have a good night. Hey, you have a great night as well, Dr. Seth. I hope you have dreams of the peeper frog, because that was a good frog, and they get a good chunk of sleep to fuel your activities for tomorrow. I need to have that too, but I'm just salamanders. Unisexual salamander. They're wild. They're clones. Literally just clones. The genetic material from sperm will occasionally be incorporated. Yeah, I read that. So species complex. That's poly. Wait, what is poly? Oh my gosh, there's a lot to this little concept. The occasional incorporation of genetic material from the sperm of the sexually reproducing salamander means that the unisexual salamanders not only look like the co-occurring species, but also share many of their ecological characteristics. This unique reproductive strategy of sperm stealing is called kleptogenesia. Kleptogenesia. Oh, well, that's another word to add to the bank, I guess. I don't know if I like that. The reproductive biology of unisexual ambystoma salamanders is comparable to the interaction of parasites and their hosts, in that unisexual salamanders rely on hosts as sperm donors and compete for reproductive resources. Huh. Unisexual ambystoma salamanders are thus made up of various genetic combinations termed genotype of the sexual species which they co-occur. In Ontario, all unisexual ambystoma salamanders have genetic material of the blue-spotted salamander with additional genetic material from the Jefferson salamander or smallmouth salamander. Depending on the geographic location, for example, unisexual salamanders with blue-spotted salamander and smallmouth salamander genetic makeup are widespread on Pelee Island. In contrast, unisexual salamanders with blue-spotted salamander and Jefferson salamander genetic material are common on the mainland of southern Ontario. Wow. Individuals and populations of unisexual salamanders are referred to as dependent in reference to the species on which they rely on a sperm donor. For example, an individual or population of unisexual salamanders may be referred to as blue-spotted salamander dependent, Jefferson salamander dependent, or smallmouth salamander dependent. Populations of unisexual ambystoma salamanders are managed and conserved based on their genotype. Jefferson salamander dependent salamanders are managed and conserved as listed species at risk, while blue-spotted salamander dependent salamanders are not, and is the basis on which they are discussed in this account in the United States. 2 additional species can contribute to the genetics. Oh, they talked about that. The unisexual ambystoma salamanders can be nearly identical in appearance or appear intermediate between sexual species which they share their genetics. For this reason, the exact genetic makeup of unisexual individuals cannot be reliably determined without genetic testings. We know that. And then I guess we'll take a deeper climb at some other point. But we're moving on. We're moving right along. Oh, what is this known genotype records? Intense surveys and genetic sampling of ambystoma salamanders have focused along the Niagara Peninsula, municipal regions west of Lake Ontario, to prioritize the identification of the range and habitat of the endangered Jefferson salamander and dependent unisexual salamanders. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The poor Jefferson salamander. Oh my gosh, there's another big chunk right here. Also, look at them all. They're all so different. That's so interesting. Now we have the 4 species of ambystoma that might be included in the nuclear genome array of the unisexuals from left to right. Whoa. Deep dive into ambystoma species complex. What is polyploidy? What is polyploidy? Most vertebrate animals are diploid, meaning they contain 2 sets of chromosomes in their cells, one inherited from each parent during sexual reproduction. This is true of blue-spotted salamander, Jefferson spotted salamander, and small-mouthed salamander. In contrast, unisexual ambystoma salamanders are typically polyploid, meaning that they have more than 2 sets of chromosomes in their cells. Oh, whoa, that's crazy. They just have all the chromosomes. Though most offspring of unisexual all-female salamanders are genetic clones of their mother, a set of chromosomes from the sperm is sometimes incorporated into the embryo, producing offspring with an additional set of chromosomes, i.e. an increase in ploidy level compared to their mother. Unisexual ambystoma salamanders are most often triploid, containing 3 sets of chromosomes, but higher ploidy levels can occur in such as a tetraploid 4 chromosome set or pentaploid 5 chromosome sets. A lot of genetic craziness going on with these salamanders. Each ambystoma species contributing to the genome of unisexual individuals have been assigned a letter to simply discussion of polyploid individuals. Each letter represents the genetic combination. Yeah. Robinson Jefferson. Oh, anything. Here was in smallmouth salamander, North American, 24 genotypes. Genome replacement can also occur during reproduction. In this case, the chromosome from the male sperm can be exchanged for one set of the chromosome from the unisexual mother's genome. This can change the genome composition of the offspring relative to the mother. Oh, okay. Don't know what that does, but like, it's neat. It's neat. Unknown genotype records? Oh, that's awkward. Whoa. Oh! This is a new one. Look at this thing. The northern dusky salamander. He is dusky. Ah, there we go. He's very dusky. Oh, look! His eggs. Or her eggs. The northern dusky salamander is a slender and relatively small salamander that contain a total length of 14 centimeters. Juveniles and adults are gray to dark brown with varying amounts of dark or light fleckling. Huh. And a regular light-colored stripe runs down the back and onto the tail. Is that the stripe right there? Can't see it. The belly is gray to cream colored. The tail is laterally compressed, keeled, and triangular in a cross-section. Hind legs are longer and more robust than the front legs. Larvae are aquatic, have gills and a tail fin. They're like little axolotls. I was like, whoa, is that moving? Because I looked it over, but that's just the border of the fever stream. I was like, am I going crazy? Am I going crazy just reading all this? Wait a minute. I should actually, since I'm in like 2 hours deep into a fever stream, I haven't opened my eyes yet. So we're almost there. They're semi-open. We're focusing on these salamanders. The northern dusky salamander is most easily confused with the allegany. What the allegany? Allegany? I'm just saying allegany because it's allegedly that. Mountain dusky salamander. Oh, there's a mountain dusky salamander? Huh. I guess sneeze. Oh, maybe I'm not. The two dusky salamanders. The tail of the northern dusky salamander is laterally compressed and triangular in cross-section in comparison with the round tail of the allegany mountain salamander. Dusky salamander. It's the dusky salamander of the allegany mountain. The allegedly mountain. The two-line salamander. Biology. The North Dusky salamander is active from April through October. Atlas records are scattered from April through October. Although the activity period may extend beyond the relatively few Atlas records. Okay. The aquatic larvae are less than 2 centimeters long. Northern Dusky salamander belongs to the family of lungless Whoa, what? The northern dusky salamander belongs to the farm. Not the farm. The family of lungless salamanders. Plethodontidae. Plethodontidae? They do not have lungs, but breathe directly through their skin, which means must remain moist to facilitate the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. I feel like I heard about this before, but I just never really thought about it, but like, they have no lungs, they just breathe through their skin. That's cool. Huh. And carbon dioxide. They're most active at night to avoid desiccation. Desiccation? Desiccation? Juvenile and adults forage around the margins of streams and the forest floor for insects, spiders, worms, and other invertebrates. Larvae eat aquatic invertebrates. Predators include various snakes, birds, mammals, and mammals, such as the northern raccoon. They really like using the northern raccoon as an example. Northern dusky salmon inhabit small, fast-flowing streams and seeps in forests, as well as stream banks and immediately adjacent moist terrestrial habitats. Oh yeah, it does need to be moist. It's like, it can't breathe, because it's plethodonti. That's cool. This thing's neat. Oh, and it just skips to the next one, the Allegany Mountain Dusky Salamander. Oh, whoa, this guy looks like way different. Look at him. It's like more coppery. Whoa. This guy's a cool pattern. Wait, why don't I just... Nah, it's easier moving me on OBS than in BC Face. Although, then I could use... Then I wouldn't have to, like, get cut off like this. I wouldn't have to be, like... Not dissected. Is it vivisected? No. What is it? Whatever. Let me test it. Would I have to use Alt? Wee. But look, I'm not dissected. Not bisected. There we go. That was what I was looking at. Here we go. I'm just here now. Just vivisected. I'm not gonna be bisected anymore. But he's neat. This thing's neat. The allegedly mountain dusky salamander. Did you know adult allegedly mountain dusky salamanders communicate with each other through body posture and scent marking, and they establish and aggressively defend territories. Oh, they're aggressive. Well, who would have known? Whoa, I'm like all hazy because of like my filter. That's kind of neat though. I'll keep it like that. I want it all a little hazy. Talking about salamanders, it'll get your mind a little hazy. You know what? Sure. Oh wow, I literally just zoned out for like a solid 2 seconds. Okay. The Alegany Mountain Dusky Salamander is a slender body. Is slender bodied and can attain a total length of 10 centimeters. Larva aquatic and have gills? I haven't seen the larva pictures. I want to see the larva pictures. The Alegany Dusky Mountain Salamander is most easily confused with the northern Dusky Salamander. The tail shape can help distinguish between the two dusky salamanders. The allegedly mountain dusky salamander's tail is a round in cross-section in comparison with the laterally compressed and triangular tail of the northern one. Oh, I can't see the tail, but it does look rounder. I'll just agree with them without even seeing it. I'm getting tired, but we gotta get through the salamanders. That's the one thing I gotta do. The one thing. Get through salamanders. Where was I? Aside from the dusky salamanders, no other one with salamanders in Ontario, eastern red-black salamander, two-line salamander, or four-toed salamander have hind legs that are larger than the front legs, or a light stripe that runs from the eye to the back of the jaw. Oh, so their hind legs are larger than the front legs. That's interesting. Huh. No other salamanders have that, or no other lungless salamanders have that. That's important to establish the lungless. Active from April through November. Interesting. Wait, feature elaborate courtship rituals. What makes them so elaborate? Late spring or early summer, females lay 8 to 24 eggs in grape-like clusters. Females guard their eggs during a 45 to 60-day development period to protect them from predation and desiccation. Desiccation? I don't know. I'm too lazy to remember that word. Know that word. Learn that word. The larvae undergo metamorphosis within a few weeks. Alegany Mountain Dusky Salamander belongs to the family of lungless salamanders. We learned about them. Most active at night to avoid desiccation. Okay. Okay, they've used desiccation or desiccation one too many times for me to like be like, well, what does that mean? Now I need to know what it means. Whoops, not desiccation. Desiccation. Meaning removal of moisture from something. Yeah, that checks out. They do like that's how they breathe, so I don't think they miss their moisture. So maybe I am a little too hazy looking like this. There we go. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not. But you know what? Why not? We'll go here. Actually, maybe a little smaller. There we go. There we go. I mean, it is just like a book, basically. Just looking at a book. Oh wait, have I shown the one behind? There we go. There he is. Look at him. He's just chilling there. Oh, you can see the tail. It is roundish, I think. In comparison with the other one. I mean, we can check. Why not? Hey, can I see your tail? Oh yeah. This one tapers in. Like that. I kind of see it, but I also kind of don't. Oh, similar looking habitat as the other one. The not allegedly mountain dusky salamander, just the dusky salamander. Northern two-line salamander. Whoa. Its hind legs are longer, but I guess it doesn't breathe through its skin, maybe. Oh, it's not endangered or anything. That's good to know. Always comforting to know an animal's not endangered. Northern two-line salmon is small and slender. He's small and slender, attaining a total length of about 8 centimeters. Look at him. It's like a little, like, Eastern dragon. It's adorable. Northern salmon can be fused with several other species of slender-bodied, lungless salamanders. Oh, so it is lungless, but its legs are longer. Or maybe I got it mixed up. Maybe the front legs were longer than the other one. I'm too lazy to verify that. But all this dusky salmon and the allegedly mounted dusky salmon have a diagonal line running from the right of their rear jaw, and their hind legs are larger than their front legs. No geographic range overlap between the dusky salamanders and the northern two-line salamanders. Ontario is known. Oh, so they just don't overlap in the area. That's good to, like, trying to figure out which one's which. Belong to the, they can, yeah, they're lungless. Okay. Forage around the margins of streams on the forest floor and climb plants. That's adorable. I want to see them climbing plants. It's also associated with moderately to fast flowing rocky or sandy streams, creeks, or seeps, typically within deciduous or mixed forests. Adults inhabit streams, riparian habitats, and the forest floor. Oh wow, so they just live in streams most of the time. That's cool. Interesting here. Let me see. Actually, 20 to 50 eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Lifespan of the individual this species is unknown. They don't give an estimation. Interesting. Huh. What an interesting little lizard. I mean salamander. It's not a lizard, it's a salamander. We've been over this. Ugh, I need to sit up. Here we go. There we go. This is better. Why am I looking a little bit to the other side? You know what? I can solve this by just... There we go. I cheated. I cheated. I just rotated the model. So I can do that. Whee! I can look down. Okay, let's not do that. I don't need to do that. I could wear a straw hat. Watch this. Oh no, okay, I'm holding my breath now. There we go. I have a straw hat now. I need to fix the hole gauge just sticking up underneath though, because it like dangles out. But like, straw hat. Oh, this is the tongue out. I had that mapped the up button? What's the down button? Oh. My hat's gone. Wow, that's a big part of my head that's just gone. I mean, I guess it's normal looking. It's just the mask kind of takes up a lot of real estate. I'm getting distracted. You know what? No, the hat's fun to dangle. I like dangling the hat. It's just fun. The hat dangling is for my satisfaction. Okay, let's go. Let's learn more about other salamanders. He's climbing. They're climbing on the... Oh, that's so precious. Ooh, look at that nice loop. Ooh, action pose, salamander. Look at that. That's a great pose. Draw your fave character like that. It's adorable. Look at it pose like that. Rock streams could be productive for finding juveniles and adults, but rocks should be returned to the position in which they were to minimize habitat disturbance. They always say that. And that's important to do. The four-toed salamander. I wonder if it has 4 toes. 1, 2... Whoa, why does he look like this here? It's so goofy. This thing is like old. Kinda looks like a pug or a fish. The four-toed salamander is a small and slender salamander that grows 7 centimeters in length. Its back is brown and gray with varying amounts of vibrant rust orange, especially on the tail and the head. Yeah, this is a neat looking dude. Oh, that's a beautiful, like, rustyish pattern. Like, look. It's so nice. Here we go. Four-toed salamander can be confused with several other species of small-bodied, lungless salamanders. However, it is the only terrestrial species in the eastern Canada with 4 toes rather than 5 on its hind feet. Oh, its hind feet has 4 rather than 5. The only one in Canada. And Ontario, as a result of that, the dusky salamanders have a diagonal line running from the jaw to the left. Yeah. We just need to know they have 4 toes. Larvae grow to approximately 1 to 3 centimeters in total length for metamorphosis. Huh. Melodic larvae are yellow-brown, have dark stripe through the eye, and may have lightly colored, sometimes fused spots that are paired alongside the back. Four-toed salamanders are active from late March through November. Anything else? Whoa, what is this? Females lay between 20 and 50 eggs in clumps of sphagnum moss or tussocks of sedge. What the heck is a sedge? Is that like sediment in a pond? Or like sedgy? Typically a few centimeters above the waterline at the edge of open pools and woodlands. Females may, you know, learning these terms may help me with environmental art, so I should learn these terms so much so I can be like, you know, I can draw that sedge pretty great. Or I can look at someone's painting and be like, I think you can improve it if you just add a little bit more details of the sedge. They'll just look at me like, what? Four-toed salamander belongs to the family of longless salamanders. We know that. Most active during wet weather, forage on the forest floor. Yeah, because they don't want to dry out, which is the, oh, what was that word again? I don't feel like remembering what that word was. Females reach sexual maturity in about 2 years. Good for them. Multiple females share a nest. Only 1 or 2 female will stay in the communal nest site. Aw, cute. They work together. Anything else interesting besides their pattern? Oh, I'm covering one. Look at that. Look at that. That's a neat looking guy. London County's Saugeen Cams in southern Bruce Grey and northern Wellington counties. Additional survey effort in the southern Precambrian Shield region. Maybe successful, but I missed the context for that, but that's fine, that's fine. Who needs context when you've got the picture of a salamander? Atlas trends, habitat, breeds sphagnum bogs. Mossy hummocks adjacent to seasonally flooded pools are crucial refuges and used for egg rearing. Oh no. They weren't endangered, were they? No, they weren't. Okay, so like that's phew. That was a fun dude. Let's go to the next one. I love mud puppies. Mud puppies, they're just mud puppies. It's in the name. You just have to love them. Mud puppies are the only fully aquatic salamander found in Ontario, and unlike other Ontario salamanders, this species maintain their larval gills through adulthood. They're literally just axolotls. They're amazing. Oh, Nectarus maculosus. Oh, it's not endangered at all. Oh, it's beautiful. The mud puppy is the largest salamander in Ontario. Adults grow 48 centimeters. Oh, whoa, that's big. Although lengths of approximately 30 centimeters are more typical. Large juveniles and adults are gray to rusty brown on top with dark spots and a gray belly. Their red, feathery external gills are unmistakable. Yeah, that's true. The mud puppy is also distinctive for its large rudder-like tail and having only 4 toes on both the front and the hind feet. There was another 4-toed salamander, or is it a salamander? Oh no, it is a salamander. It's the largest salamander, so it's not the only salamander, but like it's completely different looking than the 4-toed one. So I see why they just didn't call it the 4-toed one, because like, look at it. That's a mud puppy. The puppy's eyes are small relative to the size of its head. Oh, but it's cute. Juvenile mud puppies are mostly black with a pair of longitudinal yellow dorsolateral stripes. Recently hatched larvae are approximately 2 centimeters in total length and have front and back legs, a tail fin, feathered gills behind the head. Larvae are dark colored and have 2 prominent yellow dorsolateral stripes. Huh. Given their large size and prominent external gills, adult mud puppies are not easily confused with any other salamander. Yeah, that checks out. I don't think it'd be hard to confuse them with like other salamanders in Ontario. However, the larvae of other salamander species such as Ambystoma salamanders or northern two-line salamanders may be mistaken for small juvenile mud puppies. The larvae of all other Ontario salamanders have 5 toes on their hind feet, assuming they're in the late stage development, and are much smaller in length. The highly contrasting yellow dorsal stripe are distinctive in the juvenile mud puppy. I love the mud puppy. It's great. The mud puppy is active year-round. Oh, it's just never rests. Huh. Guess it is aquatic. Most atlas records occurring from January through March during the core winter months, when many mud puppies are observed due to bycatch during winter angling. Oh, so they get caught in the winter a lot. Small waves of reporting also occur during the summer and autumn. The mud puppy mates in the autumn from September to November. In May or June of the following year, the female lays 30 to 190 eggs clustered together in the nest on the underside of submerged rocks or logs in shallow water. The female guards the eggs until they hatch. Oh, they guard them too. What nice like ladies. That's so kind. Okay, what else is there to say? Mud puppies do not undergo metamorphosis into terrestrial form, but instead remain fully aquatic and train larval characteristics, external gills throughout life, primarily nocturnal. Oh, they're carnivorous and forage year-round for worms, aquatic insects, crayfish. Oh, they just eat crayfish, small fish, fish eggs, frogs, and other salamanders. Well, take that, bullfrog. You're gonna get eaten by a mud puppy. They're vulnerable to predatory fish, insects, leeches, and other. Oh, no. Oh, eggs are vulnerable to predatory fish, insects, leeches, and leeches. Leeching off you. Oh, look at that guy's holding a mud puppy. Habitat. Lakes, rivers, streams, and other permanent bodies of water. Prime mud puppy habitat. Oh, they're prime. The salamanders have been found in muddy, weed-choked streams and open water at depths of at least 30 meters. Depths of 52 meters known from Owasco Lake, central New York State. Hands via F.W. Schuler, personal communicant. Oh, from there. During the day, mud puppies usually hide under submerged rocks and are easily overlooked despite their size. Large flat rocks are important refuge and egg-laying sites. Because the mud puppy is fully aquatic, its occupancy of water bodies is limited by natural barriers such as waterfalls and more recently human-made barriers such as dams. Oh no. Predatory fish eat larval mud puppies. Northern water snakes are occasionally predators of adults. Oh, so only water snakes kind of like fight them. Puppies are found in the United States throughout the Great Lake basins. Yeah, well, everyone knows about mud puppies. They're great. I guess that's it. They're just great. Everyone loves mud puppies. Wait, mechanical intrusions such as dredging and using commercial fishing nets kill mud puppies. No! For example, reported 2,000 mud puppies captured in a single commercial sign net haul in Michigan. Hundreds of mud puppies captured in a single day on baited hooks in Illinois. The bycatch from recreational angling and harvest of mud puppies for classroom anatomy and dissection has the potential to negatively affect populations. Oh no. Lampreycides used to kill. Invasive sea lampreys in the Great Lakes are also known to kill mud puppies. Oh no! The slow life history and long lifespan of mud puppy make this species susceptible to population declines. Oh my. The poor mud puppies, we gotta keep an eye on them. Oh, look at them. They're just so cool. Oh my gosh, we're on to the newts. Yeah, the more lizard looking ones. The central newt, did you know? The terrestrial stage of newts is a unique adaptation that allows an otherwise aquatic species to disperse over land to new habitats and persist through periods of drought. Most newts contain toxins in their skins, but the Fs are approximately 10 times as toxic as adults. The bright red coloration of the Fs presumably helps to warn off predators. Wait, what? The central newt, Triton central. The central newt, a subspecies of the eastern newt, is small to medium sized, growing between 8 to 14 centimeters in total length. Adults are green, olive, brown, with dark flecks on the back. Huh. Like other Ontario salamanders. Oh, so newts are a type of salamander? Did I know that before? I thought just newts were something else. Like other Ontario salamanders, the skin of juvenile and adult newts is rough in texture. The larvae have a gold tinge and black stripe and runs across the face and eye. Owls retain dark stripe across their eyeball. Ooh. That doesn't sound... Oh, wait. They actually looks cute. That's good for character, or like creature design. Just a dark stripe across the eyeball as the pupil? Huh. In Ontario, the central newt is the only salamander species found west, north, and northeast of Lake Superior. It has a strongly contrasting light yellow belly with dark green-brown back. Oh, so it can be, you can differentiate it pretty easily. Okay, what about its biology, though? What does it do that's interesting? Oh, newt is primarily active from May through October, although aquatic juveniles and adults are known to be active year-round under the surface ice of ponds. Most atlas records were reported in May during breeding. Okay, yeah, checks out. We've learned most things appear during breeding. Typically deposits singing in around submerged vegetation. Whoa, look at that. You can see the underside, the spotted belly. Whoa. It kind of looks like cheese or something edible, like a gummy worm. See why people eat salamanders. It's like a newt is complex? What do they mean by that? In late summer early autumn, aquatic larvae typically develop into terrestrial juveniles, red Fs. But some individuals may remain aquatic, developing directly into aquatic adults after... Wait, what? They can become aquatic or just semi-aquatic? Developing directly into aquatic adults after several years, with the red F reaches maturity in 2 to 7 years. It returns to the water and transitions into an aquatic adult. What? Females mature later than males. Most newts return to natal ponds to breed, and migrations generally coincide with heavy rainfall. Newts may live to 15 years of age? Whoa! You know what? That is a complex life cycle. They can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna roam around until I settle down into a pond. Red Fs feed on a variety of insects and invertebrates. Adult newts feed on many aquatic organisms, including insects, small crustaceans, and the eggs and larvae of other amphibians. Oh, they're egg stealers. Adult newts and aquatic juveniles are generally found in permanently shallow aquatic habitats, including ponds and lakes, and along slow stretches of streams. These habitats typically have abundant aquatic vegetation and are often in forested areas. The terrestrial red Fs live in the surrounding damp woodlands, usually under logs or back in the forest floor and hot fields and wet meadows. They could literally just be like, you know what? I don't want to be aquatic. Let me live my life. And then they just like go under a log. Just chill. Oh, to be a newt. Yeah, I guess that's it. Ooh, wait a minute. The central newt, Triton central, and we have the red spotted newt, Triton bird. Whoa, man, their texture's so neat. They look so gummy and like kind of edible. I've had gummy lizards before. They literally just look like this, just without any detail. Oh, look at that one. He has like a spotted underbelly. Wait, why are newt textures so, like, neat looking? They're, like, more matte than the other one, but also shiny. They're more, like, translucent, it looks. Like this one. Okay, what's so interesting about the red spotted newt? That's the question. The central newt, and there's subspecies of the eastern newt, is found in Ontario, west, north. Yeah, we talked about the central newt. Lake Superior is smaller. Yeah, the red spots are typically smaller, not ringed with black. The rest of the two species can look very similar and are best distinguished based on geographic range, unlike other Ontario salamanders. Okay. Ugh. Let me just move over. There we go. Oh, that feels better. Huh. It's a small, medium-sized, growing between 18 to 14 centimeters. Adults are green, olive, or brown, with dark flecks on their back. Belly is yellow with black spots or flecks. Feels laterally compressed and has prominent ridge. Also approximately parallel rows of red spots. Oh, here we go. Unlike other Ontario salamanders, the skin of juvenile and adult newts is rough in texture. The larvae have a gold tinge and black stripe and runs across the face and eyes. Adults retain a dark stripe across the eyeball. Oh, look the other one. Yeah, the dark stripe. There we go. Huh. Interesting. Let's look at their biology. Red spot newt is primarily active from late March through October, although aquatic adults and juveniles are known to be active year-round under the surface ice of ponds. Most atlas records were reported in May during the mating season, like usual. Wait, is that? Feels like 80 to 450 eggs? That's a lot for like newts or salamanders. The eggs hatch in 2 to 4 weeks. Don't want rapid warmer temperatures. Well, what do you know? People just like to be warm. Life cycle of newts is complex. Oh yeah, we know that. They turn into Fs and just run. Females mature later than males. Most newts return to natal ponds to breed, and migrations generally ensued with heavy rainfall. Newts may live to 15 years of age. Man, that's wild. Literally just have a pet newt for half your life. Wait, I mean, that's assuming you get it at like 15 and then it dies when you're 30, but then like ideally you don't want to die at 30. Oh my, okay, maybe like a quarter. There we go, there we go. Habitat. Adult newts and aquatic juveniles are generally found in permanent shallow. Oh, it's like the same one. They're similar. Oh wait, look at this guy. Look at their texture. Their texture's so neat compared to the other ones. Look at his big foot there. It's so neat. Well, I guess that's it for the red spotted newt. What's next? Eastern red-backed salamander. Oh, we've heard tale of this little dude. He does have a red back. Look at this one, just shows his belly. Just so speckled. He's just like, ah. And this guy's like, what are you doing taking a picture of me? That one though, that one's posing. That's a diva. That we know this salamander specifically is a diva. That one doesn't even notice at all. He's just like, I'm going across moss. Eastern redback salamander is a slender and small salamander that can reach lengths of up to 10 centimeters. Although most individuals are smaller, it has two color variants. Oh wait, it has two color variants? Wow, like a Pokemon. Both of which are commonly found in the same population, but they vary in relative frequency. The red stripe variant has a broad red or brownish orange stripe down the back from head to tail and stark gray to black on the flanks. Occasionally, the dorsal stripe may also be yellow or pink. The unstriped or lead-backed variant is solid black or dark gray with no dorsal stripe. Oh, those ones are probably harder to tell apart. Yeah, similar species. The eastern redback salamander can be confused with several other species of lungless salamanders, mainly because of the lack of stripe, probably. Yep. The four-toed salamander is a constriction at the base of the round tail, 4 toes, and it has 4 toes, yeah. Eastern redback salamander lacks the comparatively stout body. The blue-spotted salamander and Jefferson salamander. Yeah, look at how slim this guy is. The skinny legend. The eastern redback salamander is active from April through October. Anything else mainly occurs in the autumn, spring. Females like 4 to 17 eggs. Oh, that's not much. Under late spring, early summer, within moist habitats, but nesting may occur underground. Oh, interesting. In drier habitats, females guard the eggs until they hatch after 6 to 8 weeks. They belong to the lungless salamander family, we know. They tend to wander very little and maintain distinct home ranges. This species is most active during wet weather and forages on the forest floor for insects, spiders, and other terrestrial invertebrates. Predators include a variety of birds, small mammals, and snakes. So these snakes, they just want to eat everything. Habitat, usually inhabit deciduous or mixed forests, like the other, well, not the others, it's like most of them. Species typically absent or occurs at low densities in forests with acidic soils and in hot, dry environments. Oh, that's interesting. Juveniles and adults are fully terrestrial. Eggs are deposited under or in rotting logs. Okay. Or in other moist environments on the forest floor during hot and dry periods. These salamanders may seek refuge underground. Huh. Overwintering occurs below the frost line in mammal burrows, root hollows, or other underground cavities. Classic. The eastern redback salamander does not require standing water to reproduce. It persists in urban and fragmented woodlots. Really knows without typical amphibian breeding ponds. Wait, that's a distinct characteristic, all right. Can just breed anywhere. Okay. Eastern redback salamander occurs to the northeastern United States. Know about that? Anything interesting in the Atlas trends? Species conspicuously absent from Pelee Island. Interesting. I wonder if those small-headed salamanders just drove them out. Why did I say conspicuously absent from Pelee Island? Interesting. Spores are absent in some areas of the limestone plain of easternmost Ontario. Do they not like limestone? Limestone? Interesting. Oh. Neat. Ooh, look at them. Look at them just chill right there. They're just chilling. Just chilling on a leaf. Oh, to be a salamander chilling on a big leaf. Actually, they have a lot of stress in their life. You don't want that. They're just, look at them. They're paralyzed. They're actually just paralyzed in their constant stress their lives demand. They're just worrying every day about the humidity and if their lungs will just dry out. But they don't have lungs. It's their bodies. They're breathing from their bodies. They could just dry out, and it's a terrifying existence. I mean, I guess humans could. Oh. Oh. We just got to the reptiles. It's skinks and snake time. Oh wow, we went through 87 pages. What's wrong with me? I mean, the thing is I'm actually genuinely interested in this kind of stuff. And like animals, especially like drawing animals and other like random creatures, you can use like concepts and stuff like this. It's a lot of fun. But also, like, it's just, animals are cool. They're just neat and adorable. Look at this snake's little smirky smile. Adorable. Precious. Dare I say, cute. But I was thinking of a better word, but I literally, it's, let me reflect my eyes more. Whoops. There we go. There we go. I've been staring at amphibian facts for so long. Oh, skinks are so cool. They're literally the only, like, the lizard in Canada. Look at them. It's just a lizard, a scaly lizard. Oh, 5-line skink. Oh, it's just so cool. Okay, let me see how much snakes and stuff we have. We went through a lot. Went through all the salamanders and frogs and toads. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, we only have skinks and snakes. Oh wait, maybe I should save the rest for another stream, and it'll be like the reptile stream. This is like basically the amphibian stream. I should have changed that. But let's learn about Ontario's 47 amphibian. Oh wait, no. Oh, but like, look, an eastern fox snake, a twin snake, a decays brown snake. I could also just not read as much and just look at the pictures, but I tried doing that. I just kind of failed because there's like things I could read. Oh, but like, we could look at the skinks and the water snakes. I love gardener snakes. I thought they were always called gardener snakes until I saw like how they were spelled a long time ago, and I was just like shocked. Gardener snakes are so adorable. I love their just bright yellow like streaks. And then we haven't even gotten to turtles. Turtles are like my top favorite reptile. I think I like them more than lizards. They're just lizards but armored technically though. But just look at that face. It just looks so adorable. Just so happy. A little like tooth. It's literally like an anime mouth. Like it's like it's Literally like an ooh-woo mouth. Like, actually. On a real animal. Although, if you look at it, like, a little longer... The nose, the nostrils look like, the nostrils up here look like just its eyes, and then this could be another set of eyes, and it could be like a weird bug thing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call this fever stream complete, because I need to, we'll talk about the reptiles some other time. This was the amphibian stream. Just so much amphibians, and we got through all the amphibians, so I'm content. And now, next time I read this catalog, we'll go look at all the reptiles. And the non-native species and stuff. Whoa. Extirpated and uncovered species, a cricket frog. I just read that. Well, I guess it's time to say goodnight. I didn't get to use my loopy eyes. Let me use my loopy eyes. There we go. I gotta use my loopy eyes to the ending out. I didn't get as loopy as I thought I would, but like, it was fun. Just nothing swirling. It's just herpetology facts are fun. And I just wanted to see what like amphibians and reptiles existed in Ontario that I didn't know about. So with that, I hope you have a great amount of sleep. Just a great amount of sleep. Get things done that you'd like to do. Think about the, what was it called again? The pipit frog. It was a frog. What was it? Where was he? Where was he? Oh yeah, I'll take so long on the turtles and the snakes and the skinks. Where is he? The pippy frog. What was it? Why, I can't forget that. The peeper frog. There we go, the peeper. Well, just remember, the spring peeper frog is there for you in your time of need. And with that, I'm tired and I'm gonna go sleep. Night.